Come on in the building. Get things started. Umar Johnson, lost his goddamn mind talking about Carmelo Anthony. Come on in the building. Oh my God, I think this is going to be the funniest interview I've seen so far. This nigga loses his shit. And you know what's crazy? This nigga try to switch this. This nigga said Austin Midcat fell into his knife. I don't think that's how that happened, buddy. Pro winners, what's up? Chilling, just got off work. Shadow. Joe, this nigga Umar is rewriting history. He said Austin Midcalf fell into Carmelo Anthony's knife. This nigga is flipping his shit talking about this. And you know the boy ass kissing again. Jay Williams, what's up? Mr. Switchy, what's up? This nigga loses his shit talking about Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, I'm live. Hey, buddy. You said you heard the same shit the other day. Could have been a scenario of how he got sent to the upper room or the basement. Probably the latter, right? Jessica, what's up? Y'all gotta see how passionate he is about this. I think this is just another opportunity for him to get himself back into the algorithm. That's all. I think that's why he's talking about. You can see by the way he's yelling and screaming about it. He knew this was going to get people attention, and he's doing what Charleston White did using Austin Midcalf to get himself. I mean, using Carmelo Anthony to get himself back into the algorithm. That's what it seems like to me. He said he fell into the knife. Not what I saw in the video. I could barely. Yeah, the video is grainy as shit. You can barely see it. You can barely see it. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. Ladivina. I think that's how you say it. Hey, how you doing? I hope I ain't butchered that. But y'all come on in so we can get into this video. This shit is hilarious. This nigga got fire in his voice while talking about this shit. He is going off. And I think the dude asked him if it was the other way around, would you had said the same thing? And I think he dances around that question. He said, I butchered it to the utmost diabolical. I apologize. It's a hard thing to pronounce. You gotta change your name to something else, and that shit is hard as hell to pronounce. All right, so Umar Johnson is back on this ass kissing channel. Y'all remember this guy? I forgot what the guy name is. Jen, that's your name. Yeah, I knew. I knew it began with a J. You said linen streams are all Captain Diabolical. Yeah, I know. Damn, dog. Like, you stealing my whole joint, bro. You stealing my whole joint. I saw the captions and the titles and shit. I'm like, dog, when he starts saying diabolical. Hey, Stinky. Uh-huh. All right, let's get this thing started.
In self-defense. And I personally believe the reason Toby was put on Carmelo's defense was to feed the strategy to the prosecutor. If you notice, Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. But let that have been a black mother or a black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call.
Wait, are you getting upset with Karmello? I mean, the father because he didn't forgive Karmello for unaliving his son? Unalive, like, how is that a problem? How is that a problem? Because he doesn't want to forgive someone who unalived his son, even though I believe his son was in the wrong and his son was a bully. That's still his child. It's not like he act like that's an easy thing to do, to just up and forgive a person that stabbed his son and unalived him. But black folks would have forgave him. No, the fuck I wouldn't have forgave him. I would have been trying to kill him up in that courtroom.
Killer is on trial for his life. You were there when that man never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. But let that have been a black mother or a black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. His killer is on trial for his life. You were there when that man.
You said black folks would have forgave him the minute they got that phone call. Bullshit. What type of world do you live in? Now you just exaggerate. Like, what you're doing is putting us up on a pedestal, making them seem evil for not forgiving a man that unalived his son. Black people would have forgave him the minute they got that phone call. No, the fuck I wouldn't have. I'd have been trying to break into the jail and unalive that little motherfucker myself, whether he was black or white. Yeah, he living in Erica Kurt world. Right. The fuck is he talking about? He said, no, we don't be on them. Right. Right. Whether he was black or white, I'd have been trying to kill him.
and took your twin brother's life. How under heaven do you not take the stand in your brother's murder?
Right.
Hunter, is it not true that you started this? Hunter, is it not true that you and your brother jumped Karmello? Hunter, is it not true that it was 4 of you and not just your brother? Because you and your brother was guilty. Rest in peace to the deceased.
Did he really just blame the victim? I mean, yeah, Sweet DJ, what's up? I understand, yes, they were being bullies and they ain't have to push him, but how you gonna sit there and point the finger at the victims? Crystal, what's up? This is diabolical. I'm still trying to get past him saying black folks would have forgave Carmelo Anthony the minute they got that phone call. No, the fuck we would have not.
The lawyer, Mike Howard, in my opinion, respectfully and allegedly, he set Carmelo up for this legal execution. Because if Carmelo walks, you basically said black people can defend their life, which is something we've never been able to do. Him having a knife, Loon! These white people fight for the right to carry a gun out the house every day. Did you leave your house with the intent to take a life with that gun?
What that got to do with a child bringing a knife to school? You going out and about in the world to, you know, and you carrying a firearm to protect yourself is something totally different than a kid taking a knife to school. You're allowed to have a firearm in some states, when, you know, in Texas, walking around, but you're not allowed to bring weapons in the school. How are you going to, like I said, I'm on Carmelo Anthony's side, but this is a bad look. You can't just up and change the fucking rules and change the whole situation. What the fuck is he talking about? You said it was a tool for track. Rex, what's up? From what you gather, I don't know a lot about the story. All I know is Carmelo went under their tent and the guys were trying to push him out and they put their hands on him and he defended himself. And I'm totally on his side with that. But the way Umar is putting it, like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? And this is not even just being biased because of Umar. It's just like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
But I want to say this to the family, and I love them, mom, dad.
Oh, it was for removing spikes off in your cleats. Double O, what's up? That's what it is. So it was for removing spikes. And okay, yeah, then that's different. That's different. Like I said, I'm on Carmelo Anthony's side. It's just this dude, man, he just sounded like an asshole. He just sounded like somebody that just wants to race bait. Even though this was kind of a racial thing, and I do believe that, in my opinion, that we already saw pictures with the judge and his dad and Metcalf's dad, so you know he has some pull in that joint. I heard that the warden at the prison that he in is Austin's uncle or something like that. So yes, I do believe that's a setup. And should he have had a better lawyer? Yes, I think he should. Saint Center, what's up? But he's like totally twisting this into like a race bait. And now I'm starting to believe that him and Charleston White might be government plants trying to spark a race bait. Because if anything, you should be outraged at Charleston White. Why aren't you speaking on that? I think he's scared of Charleston White.
Carmelo was dating a bunny. Salsa bunny, I believe. Rice bunny, it's a bunny. I need them to tell their son, you cannot communicate with her. We can't trust nobody.
And you're welcome.
Wait, so now you blaming Carmelo's girlfriend? The fuck is, bro, what? Because he was dating a snow bunny, he can't trust her. That was his girlfriend. He obviously could. What the fuck is he talking? Yo, this dude, this is gonna be a good one. But what?
Welcome back to It's Up There podcast. I am Big Loon for another episode of the fastest growing podcast in the market. You are tapped in with the final boss, Southern District Executive Branch. I want to say thank you to each and every person that has ever clicked the video, took time out of their busy day to involve and incorporate It's Up There podcast and what it is that they do. Today, we got one of my favorite guests. You know, I can't go too long without sitting with my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. How are you, brother?
Peace and black power. Shout out to Tennessee, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, all parts in between. Good to be back. Today is day 2 of the 21-day Pan-African fast we started back in 2020. And so for the first 3 days of this year's fast, we can't consume.
Come on, family, get those likes up. We got 20-something people in the building, 19 people in the building, only 8 likes. Come on, get those likes up, family. Get those likes up. Trying to get back into this algorithm. I know I can't go live as much as I used to, but you know I'm trying to get back in this algorithm. So do me a favor, hit that like button.
Any solid food for the first 3 days.
Okay.
So this is I'm about 36 hours in now without no food.
At all?
Only liquid.
Wow.
You know what I mean? We do.
He said he went there. He was a goddamn lie. He said this is his 36 hour without no food. You was a goddamn lie. Hey, nigga, I can see the crumbs on your beard. Fuck you talking. I can see the cake crumbs on your beard talking about something. This is 36 hours. Yo, you know what I just found out? Beyonce practiced Ifa. And any type of religion that she practices is shit, devil worshiping. If Beyonce practices it, I don't want nothing to do with it. That lady, the devil, her and her husband.
Do this from a cultural and a Pan-Africanist and a racial, not racist, because we can't be racist, but from a race consciousness perspective to get closer with the Almighty, closer with our ancestors, and more in alignment with our own destiny. So you're actually the first interview of the 21-day Pan-African fast.
Dope, man, dope. How does it feel? How do you feel?
The hunger pains hit you, but that's the purpose. Discipline, right?
Right.
The hunger pains hit you. Yeah, I bet they did, nigga. You know damn well you ain't go no 36 hours without a Debbie cake. You know that nigga lying. I know goddamn well this nigga is not on no 21-day fast. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Who goes on a fast and gain weight? Where they do that at? How you fasting and you gaining weight, nigga?
Discipline.
Right.
You know, and my ancestors, they have spoken to me directly or indirectly, bringing me messages from the Almighty about the need for me to become more disciplined in preparation for the next stage of my life. So everyone's life goes through cycles. You have to figure out what is the numerical cycle of your life. For example, you have a 1-year cycle, obviously.
He said 21-day fast food. That's what I'm saying. You know, goddamn well that nigga ain't go. He said he on his 36 hour without no food. Get the fuck out of here. Dr. Sabi Jr., what's up? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I see the cookie crumbs hanging off your beard.
Obviously, your birthday. 3 is normally odd numbers.
Mm-hmm.
3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Some cycles are even larger, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way you figure out the cycle of your life is by writing down, I would say, the 10 to 20 most important things that ever happened in your life, good and bad, right? Good and bad. You hit the lottery. You was in a major car accident that almost took your life.
Right.
The birth of a child,
Right.
Your own birth. You know, you getting accepted into a certain job, a certain career. Write them down. Add up the numbers of that date. For example, today is June 11, 2026. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is a 9, right? That's a 9. So you add up the dates and you see, is there a frequent occurring number of all them dates? You follow? If you start seeing a bunch of 9s, that might mean loon
That's
life.
your number. It's a 9 path or whatever.
You also look at.
Wait, what? He said you do what? You write down all the events that happen in your life, all the good and the bad, and look at the dates. Nigga, who remembers the dates and like that though? Like, I remember the good and bad things that happened to me, yes, but I don't remember what fucking day it was, the exact day. I don't even remember what the day of the week it was. I just remember that it happened. Who remembers shit like that? Yeah. January 1st, 10 o'clock a.m., 1997. I stubbed my toe on the table and broke it. Who remembers shit like that? Seth, what's up, good brother?
At the most important event of every year in your life. So let's say you got a 30-year-old brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most important from the time you can remember? Let's say 4th grade, 9 years old, right? So from 9 to 30, what was the single biggest event in each of those years, right? And then you look at the year it was.
Who remembers shit? Like he said, from 9 to 30, from 9 years old to 30, remember the biggest event that happened in each of those years. And you need to know the exact date. Who the fuck remembers shit like that? I barely remember when my birthday coming up. It's coming up in like a month and a half. And I motherfucker just had to tell me, yo, you know your birthday around the corner. I totally forgot. To be honest with you, I don't celebrate my birthday like that, to be honest with you, because I realized that acknowledging it, I learned this from Prince. You don't celebrate your birthday because you're acknowledging you're aging. You're aging, and they say that that's what makes you older. That's what makes you grow older. That's why Prince said that's why he stayed young looking the entire time. He never aged like that because he didn't acknowledge his birthday. And I started doing that shit. I looked into it, and they do say in some spiritual practices, they don't acknowledge their birthday because it means you're acknowledging time. You're acknowledging that you're getting older. Miss Independent, what's up? Josh Ravelli, what's up?
Us. And you can also figure it out. I'm going to give you an example of my life, right? 9 years old, Black History class. 18, Black Student Union in college. My 3rd 9-year cycle, I become a certified school psychologist. My 4th 9-year cycle,
You are not a certified school psychologist. My nigga, if you do not have a license to practice, you are not certified. All you have is a degree that we don't really know of. Oh no, you do have a dissertation or whatever that was. That would look like it was written by a fucking 12-year-old. But 9 years old Black. He said in 3rd grade, that's when he realized he said you are getting old, like ignoring your birthday stops time. I mean, that's the thing. That's what they say. It doesn't stop time, but it slows down your age. I guess, you know, the law of attraction, or you're manifesting yourself getting old. What you tell yourself is what your body responds to, you know, shit like that. You know, you get what I'm saying, Shadow. But he said in 3rd grade he decided, because he had a Black history class, that he wanted to be a school psychologist. What 3rd grader knows what the fuck a school child psychologist is? Yeah, you're not thinking about it type shit. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you're not acknowledging it. But what 3rd grader even knows what a fucking school psychologist is? What fucking 3rd grader even knows what the word psychologist? He said in 3rd grade he got slapped by a yellow alien and became a Pan-African psychologist.
take over the conscious community. My 5th 9-year cycle, I purchase FDMG. You see what I'm saying? The major events all came at a 9.
Yes.
This
Nigga, stop fucking lying, dog. This nigga be making shit up, dog. I noticed that you do this shit with other dates as well. He does this shit with like his birthday. Oh, on the day I was born, the Nat King Revolution began, or some shit like that. Oh, Jesus was born on this day, so that makes me the Messiah, or some dumb shit like that. What's up, sis?
Nothing much. What's up, bro?
Just laughing at this goofball again. He going off about Austin Metcalf and what's the name? He said he's upset because Austin Metcalf father didn't forgive Karmello, saying that black people would have forgave Karmello the second they got the phone call that he unlocked their son. What black people are you talking about? Because I'd have been down in the police station trying to kill Karmello.
You want to listen to the man that tells black people not to buy grits?
No, I ain't listening to. I'm just saying it's stupid. And then he said Austin fell into his knife.
I mean, that's like digging through the dumpster trying to find a 5-star meal.
That's like you catch your girlfriend cheating and she say she slipped and fell on his
Lord Jesus. But I just came up to say, hey, real quick. I'm back in Georgia now for a couple of days.
Out there safely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had to get this live in because they asked me to work this weekend. I'm gonna get my hair done and shit tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, but I'll see y'all later.
All right, thank you for coming up, sis. And y'all know what y'all didn't notice, y'all? I got my YouTube Premium. I told y'all I was gonna do it.
Student Union in
Ain't no
college.
commercials.
My 3rd 9-year cycle, I become a certified school psychologist. My 4th 9-year cycle, I take over the conscious community. My 5th 9-year cycle,
you took over the conscious community. When the fuck did you do that? Why does everybody swear they took over the conscious community, dog? You are not the biggest nigga to come out the conscious community. I'm letting you know that now. You are not the biggest guy to come out the conscious community. You had the biggest scam of the conscious community. Miss Independent, thank you for the $10 super chat. The dates are made up. He never says them the next year. That's a fact. That's a fact. But he does this date shit all the time. Like when he claimed that last time that he claimed that FDMG was fully done for the 3rd time this year. He did it on Valentine's Day, which in the birthday of Frederick Douglass. There's always some type of date. This is what he does. This is his shtick. He does shit on certain dates, or he'll come up with a date and say such and such happened on this day, and then we go back in history. It was the Nat Turner Revolution or the Haitian Revolution. There's always some old bullshit like that. But thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. He definitely ain't gonna say this next year. Yeah, I got the premium. I didn't turn on my You said do my own hair. Hell no, I don't know how to twist this long ass shit. You know how long my hair is? My hair come all the way down to my damn near touches my ass. No diddy. Holy shit. Hey, Rex, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Our #1 sponsor, my nigga Rex. Appreciate that Cash App. If anybody else want to support the channel, y'all know where the link is at the bottom of the chat.
I purchase FDMG. You see what I'm saying? The major events all came at a...
Hey, yo, I did this already, Jay Williams. When he was talking about his birthday and how he is the Messiah, when he was calling himself the Messiah, I'm like, dog, all you did was Google your birthday and events that happen on that day, and that you think that makes you the Messiah. And then I Googled special events that happen on my birthday. You could just do that. You can Google. I'm pretty sure something happened on the day you were born that was significant in history. That's all he did.
9.
Yes.
This is the 9th year of my current cycle, which means next year, if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll be going to a higher level, whatever that is.
Right.
Whether that's Africa, whether that's more schools. You follow me? I don't know what the Almighty has in store for me. But normally when I complete.
How you talking about? Wait, did he just say more schools? Fuck you talking about opening up more schools and you ain't even opened up the goddamn school that you. What? The fuck is this nigga talking about? You talking about opening up more schools? You ain't even opened up a school that you've been claiming that you're building. You got to open up the first school first. But now he's talking about more schools in Africa. You see where he's going with this? Yo, I think his next move, by him saying that, I think his next move is him selling the FDMG building and then up and leaving, taking the money up and leaving and say he's building a school in Africa instead because the United States is too racist and blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to be the same play over there in Africa. But the only difference is in Africa, you go over there and collect money, them motherfuckers going to stone you.
If I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll be going to a higher level, whatever that is.
Right.
Whether that's Africa, whether that's more schools. You follow me? I don't know what the Almighty has in store for me. But normally when I complete a cycle, that next year,
You storm.
Boom.
Yes. 100%.
You follow?
And you're saying that
What
according
he just said.
to do, I'll be going to. Which means the major events
Right.
all came at a 9.
Yes.
This is the 9th year of my current cycle, which means next year, if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'll be going to a higher level, whatever that is.
Right.
Whether that's Africa, whether that's more schools. You follow me? I don't know what.
He said whether there's Africa, whether there's more schools. Let me translate that for you. I'm about to take this money, go to Africa, and pull the same fucking scam over there because the money drying up in America. That's what that sounds like to me. That's exactly what that sounds like to me. It sounds like this motherfucker is trying to say, look, the money drying up over here. Y'all ain't donating no more. So, oh wait, I gotta move my camera, fix my camera. The money drying up. Y'all ain't giving up no more money over here. Y'all ain't giving up no more money over here. So, yeah, hold on. Y'all not giving up no more money. So I'm finna take my goddamn ass to Africa and scam them. That's what I got from that. Hold on, let me pour this juice for my daughter. No, put my headphones down. Y'all already lost one of the headphones. Seth, thank you for the $2 super chat. What'd you say? This is a fucking lame. Right. Appreciate the $2 super chat. But that's what I got from that. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like this nigga is about to take that money, whatever money he got, and run to Africa. He know the scam is up. He know it's coming to an end. So that nigga, like, he said whether it's Africa or opening up more schools. To me, that's shut the door. Hold on. Right. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Think next time make it $4. But to me, it sounds like he is basically going to take that money and run to Africa. Let me check them likes. 18 likes, 30 something people watching. Come on, family, get those likes up for me.
What the Almighty has in store for me. But normally, when I complete a cycle, supposed to do, I'll be going to a higher level, whatever that is.
Right.
Whether that's Africa, whether that's more schools. You follow me? I don't know.
Saying whether that's Africa or more schools. That tells me he about to take that money. There's a reason why he went and got a citizenship in a whole nother country. He didn't just up and go get that citizenship in Ghana for no fucking reason, and he supposedly, allegedly building a house over there. That tells me that that nigga finna take that money and run. He know the jig is up. The jig is up over here. Every other day he talking about the school is ready. We need decorations, but you ain't get your inspection yet. You want people to decorate a school, pay money for you to decorate a school, and you ain't even passed the inspection yet. Why would they send you money to decorate the school and they don't even know if it's going to open? 7, what's up? Miguel, peace and welcome. I heard that his mom, isn't his grandfather a white Cuban?
Know what the Almighty has in store for me. But normally, when I complete a cycle, that next year,
You start.
Boom.
Yes. 100%.
You follow?
And you're saying that according to religion, is this a religion?
Well, this is just numerology.
Okay.
A certain aspect of numerology.
And you're saying that you
because life
incorporate
is mathematical.
Right. And I understand that and agree with that and have studied that on a very, very low level.
Yes,
but
sir.
I understand it. I do wonder. So you're saying that these things are not coincidences.
No, sir.
And I agree with that
No,
because
sir.
numerology does tell you that.
I'm going to take you to Ifa, which is the spiritual system that I study, right? So in Ifa, our soul exists on 2 planes.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Motherfucking Beyonce practice Ifa, and if Beyonce and the celebrities is practicing that shit, that tell me that's devil worshiping shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what Lil Remy got to say about that? About Ifa? If Beyonce practicing it, this all Lil Remy got to say about it.
Yo, that was diabolical.
I'm mad she got my beard like that. But it's funny though. It's hilarious. That was diabolical. Why didn't she use my real voice? I need to ask her that next time she get in the chat. Why didn't you use my real voice?
The real loon is in heaven. You are not the real you. Okay? You are just the metaphor or the projection. You follow me?
Mhm.
The real you is up there.
Right.
Oh yeah, I believe Carmelo is innocent. I believe that he was practicing in self-defense. You're in a stand your ground state. You can clearly see that in the video, the little grainy part of the video that you can see that they surrounded him and was putting their hands on it. You know, I think he should have got some jail time. Yes, because you did stab the nigga. You definitely did, and the life was taken. There has to be some punishment. For 35 years, no, I think he should have got maybe a couple years. I mean, but a life was taken, so I can't. You know, I don't know how I would react in that situation. You know, because it's not my child. I don't know. How I would feel if it was my child on both sides. You know, I know how I would feel if I was Austin Metcalf's father. Yes, even though his son was dead fucking wrong, he didn't have to put his hands on him. He could have went and got a coach or something and said, "Hey, this guy is in my tent." You didn't have to take it upon yourself. You didn't have to take it upon yourself. You could have went and got your coach and be like, "Yo, this dude is in our tent. He won't leave." That's the aspect that nobody else is talking about. That's the one thing that I realized that nobody else is speaking on. Austin Metcalf and his brother and them little other dudes that surrounded Carmelo Anthony didn't have to take it upon themselves to get him out the tent. They could have, when they asked him to leave and he said no, if that was the case, they could have went and got a coach and said, "Hey, this guy is in our tent and he needs to get out." But they took it upon themselves to surround him. Would you say, Rim? I think you would feel differently if you had a child taken from you by violence. That's what I said on both sides. I know how I would feel if I was Austin Metcalf's father. I would be highly upset. I would want to unalive Karmello. I don't mean to be talking about a child like that, but I would be to that point. Yes, I would be very upset, highly upset. But as Karmello's parents, I mean, it's your child. Like, I understand it's your child. You know, you're going to want to protect your child at all costs, but the child unalive somebody, there has to be consequences for what he did. But like I said, it could have been all avoided if he would have got the coach. But I seen somebody say something about the coach in the joint. Hey, yeah, I know about your daughter, Jen, and I'm deeply sorry about it too. So if people don't realize the school isn't a one and done thing. You gotta do inspections yearly, meet up with your regulation boards, and have a breakdown on payroll, teachers, a 5K alone. Yeah. What's information man broke that down, and shit, the nurse alone is 50K a year. And y'all expect this nigga to hire a real nurse to take care of your kids when he wouldn't even hire a real nurse to take care of his mama? That's one thing that information man said that resonated with me. He said the coach sent him off. Oh, so the coach was there and told him you need to get out. Either way, even if the coach was there and he told him to leave and he didn't leave, once the coach said something, Austin and them should have minded their fucking business. There's an adult handling the situation now. The coach could have called security or whatever. It wasn't up to Austin Metcalf and his brother and his friends to do anything about it. Once an adult enters the situation, mind your fucking business. Don't even have a cafeteria, and that's what I'm saying. We didn't see the cafeteria, none of that. That's what I don't get. How is you showing a room where you finna spank females in, but you ain't show no cafeteria, you ain't show no nurse office, you ain't show none of the criteria that you need to run a full school, but you're definitely showing oh, the coach instructed them. Well, it's the coach's fault then. So it was the coach's fault then. If the coach told Austin Metcalf and his brother to do that, he should have been the one that went the fuck down with him. If the coach told him to go and handle it, he should have been fired. At the very least, Carmelo's parents are blabbering idiots, and Umar is a blathering egotistical narcissism. He always got some big words to talk about. Seth be going to fuck off. Yeah, it's the coach's fault then.
The real you, like a radio transmitter, broadcasts to the inner you. Higher self, inner self. Higher self, inner self. The only way Loon is going to get whatever the higher self has in store for him, according to the destiny you signed on with the Almighty, the only way you get that is if you in alignment. The biggest thing that takes us out of alignment is character. Poor decisions. The women you laid with. The things you did wrong you had no business doing. That cuts the connection of the inner self to the higher self.
Right.
In religion, belief.
No, the fuck he didn't. Did this nigga just say what I think he just said? No, the fuck he did. Yo, he didn't say that. Let me run that. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Nah, he ain't say that stupid shit. After the year you had.
You get that is if you in alignment. The biggest thing that takes us out of alignment is character. Poor decisions. The women you laid with. The things you did wrong you had no business doing. That cuts the connection of the inner self to the higher self.
Right.
Yes, the fuck he did. Nigga, if that's the case and that's really what E5 is about, your connection with your higher self is totally gone. He ain't talked to his higher self in years. Yo, hold on, little Ribby. What you got to say about this, little Rib? Hold on. Yo. If that's the case and that's E5, you ain't talk to yourself, higher self, and your higher self don't even know you.
Yo, that was diabolical.
Diabolical.
In every meaningful sense.
Shit, what's going on?
Sailors didn't just
Yo, that was diabolical.
That was definitely diabolical, dog. For real. Yo, if that's the case, you ain't talk to your higher self, don't even know who the fuck you even is. His higher self don't even know him. He said that your character, what you doing in life, the women you dealt with. What? Yo, that stuff about Carmelo Anthony family, I gotta do more research on it, but from what I heard, it was a lie. Charleston White was lying. The parents didn't spend none of the money. They actually did get a new lawyer. Nick at Night had came out with the statement from them, and apparently they did get a lawyer and they did spend all the money on his defense, and they do have a new lawyer ramping up to get him an appeal. So I've heard. I have to do more research on it, but I did hear that they bought a new car or something like that. I did hear something like that. I got to do more research on it before I speak on that. But as far as I know is that Charleston White, who the fuck listens to Charleston White, dog? He's doing the same thing that Umar did. The only difference is he didn't turn on Karmello. He's using right now. He's when he starts talking about Karmello, this is why he's all animated and and acting like he's a fucking preacher or he's Al Sharpton because he's using this to get back in algorithm. He don't give a fuck about Karmello. If he did, why now? Why did you speak on it after the verdict? Why didn't you go help? You a fundraising nigga. I want y'all to think about that. If you care so much about the Carmelo Anthony case, you raise money for that school. What? Umar, I'm talking to you. Why didn't you go help the family? Why didn't you take some of them donations and go give it to Carmelo Anthony family to help get a better lawyer? If you believe that he was set up by the system and the lawyer, why didn't you take some of them donations? We would have rather you had did that than did the shit that you're doing now. I don't think the people would have been mad if you took some of them donations that you're getting and gave it to Carmelo Anthony's family for his defense. If you believe that deeply that he was set up. Where were you? Why didn't you go stand next to the parent? You know what's crazy? You always hear him talking about this shit, but you never are there or do anything about it. Fifth Element really predicted that he would turn on you. What? What are you talking about? Fifth Element really predicted that he would turn on you. Who are you talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? We're not talking about Fifth Element. We're not talking about knee slap. We're not talking about none of this shit. Why are you over here trying to start some old bullshit? Super crash out? Yeah, get this nigga out of my chat. He over here trying to start some more shit. Get this doofy motherfucker out of my chat. Moderators, do your jobs, please. This doofy motherfucker out of my chat.
In religion, belief is what matters, right? Accepting Christ as your savior.
Yes.
Accepting Muhammad as the last prophet of God, right? Accepting Moses, right? Abraham as the progenitor of the Hebrew peoples. In the world religions, belief is the foundation of spiritual success. In African spirituality, alignment.
You said we need to take accountability. Yes, lost a mid-cap shouldn't have touched it 100%, but if you can't understand that you are going to jail if you stab someone from a push, well, you finna be sitting in jail. I do agree with that statement, but it wasn't just Austin Midcap that pushed him. They were surrounding him. From what I saw from the video, Karmello was being surrounded by a bunch of people that were twice his size. Now, I don't know about you, bunch of white folks in you gotta think about it, he in Texas, nigga. This is one of the most racist states to ever exist. You said scroll up, Remy. Hold on. You said that I make up with knee slap. No, we're not making up with knee slap. I don't fuck with that nigga. It's over, dog. I don't know why you came over here trying to get me to talk about this nigga. I don't fuck with him. We don't fuck with each other. It's over. That's it. I know he waiting for me to say some shit like that so he can go do a whole live, whatever. Go do what you gonna do, dog. You not getting no more of my attention. But back to what I'm saying about this. I'm not fucking with knee slap. My bad. I ain't mean to go off on him like that. But it needs to be Miss Independent. It needs to be accountability on both sides. Yes, like I said before, there should be some punishment for what he did. There are consequences to what you do. You know, but he said a lot of y'all are regurgitating outright talking points. A lot of y'all are regurgitating outright talking points. What you talking about, Jay? You talking about me? Because I ain't regurgitating nothing. I'm just saying, I think it needs to be accountability on both sides. I'm one of the only black people that I heard say this. I think that yes, you unalive the man. That needs to be more than one person is a weapon. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. He was surrounded. From what I saw in the video, you know, I'm blind in the motherfucker, and the video already grainy as shit. But from what I saw, he was being surrounded by people that were twice his size. When you spook it, you ever back a raccoon into a corner? You can chase a raccoon all day long, but when you back that motherfucker into a corner where it ain't got no choice but it's gonna fight. It's gonna fight. You got instincts. You ever heard of the fight or flight instinct? Karmello did both. But I do think there has to be some consequences. 35 years for defending yourself, that's kind of crazy. That's very crazy. But it should have been some type of punishment, probation, maybe a couple years. 35 is crazy. And I feel like it was rigged because at the end of the day, there were no fucking black people on his jury. And this what makes me feel weird about the lawyer. You didn't pick not one black juror, or were there no black options? That's why I need to do more research in this before I give my full opinion.
With purpose. You see that? It ain't what you believe.
Right.
It's alignment with your purpose, your God-given destiny. It don't matter what you believe. Are you living it and walking
Right.
it?
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
It's alignment. So the bottom line is, it's almost like you got a remote control car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Loon playing with his remote control car, the car driving all around his room, right? But if the car goes behind that laptop, you lose the connection. It's in a black spot. Your character, you making bad decisions and choices. You hit a black spot, you no longer getting that direct feed from your higher self. Yeah. Everything.
Hold on. You said another case in Texas, a white teenager stabbed someone at school. He got negligent homicide and 10 to 15 years in prison. And Carmelo's case got to, yeah. See, that's an example right there that can't be ignored. Because if there truly is another case where this same situation happened, where a white kid unalived somebody and only got 10 to 15 years, and Karmello got 35, that shit was rigged.
Is about the alignment. So let me give you this piece. Along with that, people say, do you believe in fate? Right? If Loon is supposed to be the greatest hip hop podcaster of all time, let's say that's in your destiny. That's what you signed on.
You said the 3 black opinions were struck from the jury group. Yeah, that shit was a setup. If that's the case.
That won't be your whole destiny, because we come here to make this world a better place. So that's a part of it, maybe through the podcasting.
Hold on, we forget we losing. Hold on, because we keep talking about Austin Metcalf and Carmello right now. He's not talking about that right now. Let's stick to what he's talking about. When we get there, that's when we'll discuss that, because I'm missing what he's saying, and he's saying a bunch of dumb shit right now. So, and I don't want y'all fighting in the goddamn chat over some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us. We all got our own opinions. Everybody's opinion is accepted. But we lose the sight on what the hell Umar's saying, because we talking about this.
Alignment with purpose. As the right, you had no business doing. That cuts the connection of the inner self to the higher self.
Right.
In religion, belief is what matters, right? Accept Christ as your savior.
Yes.
Accepting Muhammad as the last prophet of God, right? Accepting Moses, right? Abraham as the progenitor of the Hebrew peoples. In the world religions, belief is the foundation of spiritual success. In African spirituality, alignment with purpose. You see that? It ain't what you believe.
Right.
You said another case in Texas, and the kid got 10 years probation. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Mr. Independent. Was that kid white? And he only got 10 years probation for unaliving somebody like that? Yeah, that was a setup.
It's alignment with your purpose, your God-given destiny. It don't matter what you believe. Or are you living it and walking
Right.
it?
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
It's alignment. So the bottom line is, it's almost like you got a remote control car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Loon playing with his remote control car, the car driving all around his room, right? But if the car goes behind that laptop, you lose the connection. It's in a black spot. Your character, you making bad decisions and choices. You hit a black spot. You no longer getting that direct feed from your higher self. Yeah. Everything is about the alignment. So let me give you.
Well, if that's the case, you ain't heard from your higher self in years. Your higher self then lost your phone number, nigga. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I gotta keep it a bean. Your higher self has not heard from you in years. How are we? This dude is ass kisser because you didn't watch this nigga a year. Tons of women then came. 3 different women. What was two women? And came out on this nigga this year alone. And he telling all the foul shit that he did all this year, and he talking about his character, and that's your a connection to your higher self. And when you're not in alignment, you lose that connection, right? Think about his year, this past year. If that's the case, this nigga don't even got his higher self don't got no connection to him. 3 different women then came out on this nigga saying how foul he is. And he talking about diabolical.
This piece. Along with that, people say, do you believe in fate? Right? If Loon is supposed to be the greatest hip hop podcaster of all time, let's say that's in your destiny. That's what you signed on. That won't be your whole destiny, because we come here to make this world a better place. So that's a part of it. Maybe through the podcasting, you make the world a better place. You see that? You got the income, the residuals to make the world a better place. In other words, Loon, our millionaires and billionaires. Our millionaires and billionaires, most of them don't know this because most of them are not into African spirituality. The reason you were made a billionaire.
Wait, what are you doing to make the world a better place? You stealing from your own people. How is that making the world a better place?
It's to help lift your people. The reason you were made a multimillionaire is to help you lift people. Mm. Most of our millionaires think what, Loon? They think that they got rich to just enjoy their life. No, sir. Why you think God blessed you to get all this money? To buy 1 million cars? You really think God put you in this position?
Right.
To have 30 cars in 20 hours?
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Do you really think God put you in this position to go clubbing?
Right.
Wait, hold on. First of all, let me get to the super chat. Seth, thank you for the $10 super chat. Pro-black hustlers are never mentioned in the massacre on Juneteenth. Never mentioned the massacre on Juneteenth. Never mentioned the massacre on Juneteenth this year in Chicago. Black on black trauma far beyond KA. Unaliving another human. Right, that's a fact. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Next time, make it 20. Just playing. But appreciate that. Jada says Jim Crow is coming back. Umar thinks he's prepared to lead something. Yeah, lead us right into the fucking fire. Lead us right into that burning building that Martin Luther King was talking about. That's where he's really finna lead us, right into that motherfucking burning building. As far as he leading us, this nigga is not leading us nowhere. But apples and oranges, facts. He just said something that I wanted to touch on. Hold on.
Our millionaires and billionaires, most of them don't know this because most of them are not into African spirituality. The reason you were made a billionaire is to help lift your people. The reason you were made a multimillionaire is to help you lift people. Mm.
I'm sitting here talking with my mic muted. So what he's saying is the reason why the black billionaires and millionaires are because God gave them that blessing to uplift your people. That sounds like some preaching shit. First of all, it sounds like a preacher trying to get your hand out my pocket, nigga. That's what that sounds like. Number two, if that was the case, if the creator gave all these black billionaires now, I'm gonna elaborate on that after I say what I'm saying right now. He's saying that the creator, God Almighty, gave all these black people the blessings of being billionaires or millionaires so they can uplift their people. If that was the case, and all the years, all these black folks been billionaires and millionaires, ain't do shit to live, wouldn't God have stripped that from them by now? Oh, you're not doing what you were supposed to do with the blessing that I gave you because you're supposed to help your people. Don't you think the creator would have stripped that? Oh, so you ain't gonna help your people? Yank. If that's the case, if the creator what's the word I'm looking for? Specifically gave them their billions and millions to uplift their people, and they didn't do it. Don't you think they would? The prime creator would have stripped that from them by now? Oh, you're not doing what you were supposed to do with the blessing that I gave you. Yank. Number two, I do agree with that in some point. Not the fact that they got the blessing specifically for that reason, but I've always said this. Kanye had enough money to give every fucking black person in the world $1 million. I mean, in America, $1 million, and it still would have put a dent in his pockets. Jay-Z, biggest fucking sellout in the black community, other than Umar. Guy had enough money to do something for just Marcy projects alone. Did nothing. Now, and if I had a chance to have $20-something billion, but that's just me, and that's just, I would have done something to give back. Just something, dog. Shit, even if you just gave everybody $1,000, shit, something is something. But that's me. I can't judge them off of what I would do. And I had to realize that the hard way because I used to say this all the time. Kanye had $20-something billion. You could have gave every black person in America $1 million and still wouldn't have put a dent in your pockets. He didn't do that. Instead, he went on a rant and lost the money. I mean, he's back up to what, $10 billion? But still. Right. Where's the fucking school, nigga? We don't want to give a fuck about what these black millionaires got and what they not giving you. And you're only saying that because you want them to give you money. None of the celebrities have given you any money, and that's what you thought that you was going to do because you claim these celebrities watch you. You claim these celebrities are influenced by you, but yet none of them have made a donation to FDMG. I wonder why. Because they know you fucking scamming, nigga. That's what I'm saying. You got millions from your people, and we ain't see you do shit with it but go on lavish vacations, rent cars, food, goods, money, women.
Millionaires and billionaires are millionaires and billionaires. Most of them don't know this because most of them are not into African spirituality. The reason you were made a billionaire is to help lift your people. The reason you were made a multimillionaire is to help you flip people. Mm-hmm. Most of our millionaires think what, Loon? They think that they got rich to just enjoy their life. No, sir. Why you think God blessed you to get all this money? To buy 1 million cars? You really think God put you in this position?
Right.
To have 30 cars in 20 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, if that was the case, God would have stripped it from him. and gave it to someone else. I mean, don't y'all agree? Put a one in the chat if y'all agree. If I call it the prime creator or the source, whatever you call the supreme being. If the supreme being specifically gave these men that money to help and uplift their family, I mean the black community, don't you think they would have gave them some type of sign with it? You know, I didn't give you all this money, but I didn't tell you what I wanted you to do with it. What sense does that make? You really think God gave you all this money for you to do what you want to do with it? No, he gave it to you, but he gave me all this money and ain't give me no instructions though, right? Usually when God gives you something like that, of that volume, something that significant, as in the ability to change the well-being of your people, it usually comes with instructions. They usually show up on a burning bush. Send Gabriel, the angel, down, or some type of angel to warn you. Usually, when the creator or whatever God you pray to, whatever God is in the Bible, usually when he does something to change the course of history or do something that significant, he sends instructions. He don't just give you a blessing that big and just be like, oh, you ain't do what I wanted you to do with it. Huh? How the fuck was I? You gotta think about it. This is an omnipotent, all-knowing being. He's gonna know that you're not gonna know what to do with that money. You're not gonna know my plan. So let me send an angel down, or let me come down in a burning bush, or let me do something to let that individual know I gave you this blessing to do such and such. You said, with all due respect, brother, none of us know how many people Jay-Z and all sports entertainment stars have helped throughout the years. Mainly people who don't have a say. Yeah, no, we know Jay-Z ain't help a motherfucking thing. Now we can talk about Gay and all these sports players. We know for a fact Jay-Z ain't do a motherfucking thing for nobody. His own projects is saying that. And we didn't watch him sell. He's selling us out in real time today. We are boycotting Target, and he's trying to profit off of that. He's trying to help. Jay-Z is a pawn. Except, come on, bro. You ain't hear about the latest selling out that he just did with Target? But that's a different live stream. He just sold us out again for the umpteenth time, bro. Jay-Z ain't helping nobody but Jay-Z. Now we can talk about all the LeBron started a school. I see Shaq paying for people's funerals and schooling, and yes, there are a lot of entertainers that do stuff for people. But a lot of that should be a tax write-off, but it's still doing something. It's here nor there. I can't judge what you do with your money. I learned that the hard way. I can't tell you what to do with your money. It's your money at the end of the day. What I'm saying is, what Umar is saying is a load of bullshit. If the creator or whatever God that governs this earth or runs this earth specifically gave these gentlemen all this money and all this power to do something that he wants them to do, he usually sends instructions. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to just give you billions of dollars with the intent for you to do something specific with that money without sending an instruction. When you go back to all the biblical texts in any religion, When a God gave you a blessing and wanted you to do something with it, they sent instructions. Thank you for the $5 super chat. No, if you have an album in Target, I would buy it. I wouldn't put an album in Target knowing that my people are boycotting Target. Now, I appreciate your support, but what I'm saying about the Jay-Z thing is, and I don't want to get off topic too much about this. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and I appreciate your support. He knows that we are boycotting Target, right? So Target went and grabbed him because they think he has some type of power. It's the same thing he did with Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. Whenever we are boycotting something, they go and grab Jay-Z to sell out on us. He's done it several times. I don't know how else to explain this. He's done it several times. When they try to hold that meeting where all the black all black label owners try to get together and create their own distribution deal, their own distribution and all that other shit. It was Jay-Z and Diddy that ran to the white man and sold them out. You see what he did to Dame Dash with Rockefeller. You see what he did with the NFL to Colin Kaepernick, and now he's doing it with Target. Jay-Z sells us out every time. I don't know how else to explain that. I mean, we can agree to disagree. I ain't mad at you, Seth. I appreciate your support, and that's just something that we just disagree on. You still my OG.
Yeah. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Do you really think God put you in this position to go clubbing?
Right.
Freaking off on the queens every weekend, right?
Yeah.
No, you were given this extra.
Target never fulfilled their promise. Target said they were going to donate X amount of money to all these black organizations and this, that, and the third, and never fulfilled it. So what they did was they jumped in a black situation saying we support black people and we're going to do such and such, and they did it to get black people to shop with them. Oh, we're going to help you, black folks. That's basically what they did. Something was going on, and they said, "Hey, black folks, we're going to help you. We're going to donate this amount of money just to get black folks to keep coming over there because they know black folks are the biggest spenders in America." They didn't fulfill their promise, so they got boycotted. The boycott has been busting their ass, and they went and grabbed Jay-Z to try to quiet the noise. But this time, it's not happening. But I don't want to get off topic. This is about Umar. He said, "Shaq, big fried chicken is fire." I heard it was. He was at the strip club and smashing a stripper. What is Umar talking about? That's what I'm saying. CC, how you doing? Boycotting Target, Costco, Walmart is super fucking stupid. If I'm working there and I'm retired, fuck Dame Dash. Yeah, big sis. No, you ain't that late.
Extra income, because money is energy. You were given this extra financial energy to do what? Lift the consciousness and quality of life for your people.
Right.
Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed with the wealth. No blessing is only for you. No blessing.
That's a fact.
Is only for you. If Loon walk out of here today,
no blessing is only for you. What, nigga? Ooh. No blessing is only for you. Then what the fuck? What? Let me run that back. Let me make sure I get context in this. What the fuck is
consciousness and quality of life for your people.
Right.
Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed with the wealth. No blessing is only.
So they were blessed, right? They didn't just get it off their pure talent or selling their ass, however they got it. Usually, when a rapper is a billionaire, he didn't gave up that ass. Usually, I don't think, and to be honest with you, all these we finding out what the music industry is about. I don't think not one of these motherfucking millionaires, billionaire entertainers were blessed by the Almighty. They was blessed by the motherfucking devil. You see what the industry is about. Why would the creator bless you in a demonic industry like that anyway? That's where it does. That's where it blows his whole shit out the water. What the fuck would the creator bless you in an industry that is purely against him or her or it? Whatever you believe our creator is. The industry, entertainment industry is anti-God or creator, whatever you call it. It's anti that. These motherfuckers is giving up ass and selling their soul to get where they at. How the fuck is the creator giving? They didn't bless them. Whoever demonic ass is running this shit is the one that blessed them. In my opinion, these niggas is eating babies, kidnapping kids. You talking about the creator gave them that money? Get the fuck. Shut up, dog. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And then you say you're blessing. If God blessed me individually, now there are people that love to share their blessings. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But if I don't share something that God blessed me with, that's not a violation. He blessed me with it. If he wanted to bless you, see, that's what don't make sense. He's the owner of all this shit. Why would he give me something that I need to share when he could just give you something his goddamn self? Him, her, it. Why would the creator need to give you a piece of my blessing when he could just give you your own? What sense does that make?
For you.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to use religion and persuade celebrities to give you money. That's what it sounds like to me. You're trying to use God as an excuse for celebrities to give you money. That's cut and dry right there. 33 likes, 45 people in the building. Make sure y'all get those likes up. Bougie, what's up? You said we on Lock Nation. We on Lock Nation. Peace and welcome to the channel. I don't know what you mean by wrong. What do you gotta elaborate on that?
No, you were given this extra income because money is energy. You were given this extra financial energy to do what? Lift the consciousness and quality of life for your people.
Right.
Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed.
Okay, so he said, hold on, listen to what he just said, which totally contradicts what he said right before that. Listen to the whole thing.
They got rich to just enjoy their life. No, sir. Why you think God blessed you to get all this money? To buy 1 million cars? You really think God put you in this position?
Right.
To have 30 cars in 20 hours?
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Do you really think God put you in this position to go clubbing?
Right.
Freaking off on the queens every weekend, right?
Yeah.
No.
Something that you do off of other people's money. At least they got their money off their own hard work. You freaking queens every other week off of other people's money.
Oh, you were given this extra income because money is energy. You were given this extra financial energy to do what? Lift the consciousness and quality of life for your people.
Right.
Wait, stop right there. Now, if God gave me the blessings of money, why would the Creator give me money as a blessing to lift the consciousness of your people? Right? He said consciousness. What do finance got to do with that? This is how I know he just made this shit up as an excuse to try to persuade celebrities to give him money. If God gave me a blessing, the Creator gave me a blessing to lift the consciousness of my people up, I would have the same powers as Jesus. Because money is not going to lift the consciousness of our people up. You see what money has done to our community. Look at the things we do for money. We rob, steal, kill. Why would God give me an abundance of something that's the most evil thing on this planet to lift the consciousness of my people up? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. If the Creator wanted me to lift the consciousness of my people up, what the fuck would he give me a bunch of money for? You never heard the saying, money is the root of all evil? Now, if I'm trying to lift up the consciousness of my people, why would he give me abundance of some shit that's going to cause more chaos? Huh? Shut the fuck up, Umar. Ain't nobody giving you no money, nigga. Mr. Independent, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. He said we on lock is a mega trouble. I blacked the hey. If he is, get him out of here, sis. You a moderator. That's what you do. That's why I gave you your wrench. Time his ass out. Said that's not the whole community, Rim. Wait, what you mean by that, Jaded? You gotta elaborate on that. You said that's not the whole community. What you mean by that? No, but what I'm saying, I think I know what you mean, but I want to be sure. But what I'm saying is, why would he give me money to lift up the consciousness of? Would he give me knowledge? Wouldn't he give me clairvoyance? Wouldn't he give me, actual things that's going to lift? How the fuck will money lift the consciousness of your community? How would money do that? I think money will make it worse. Look at the shit that we do over the money. Yes, it's not the whole black community. If that's what you're talking about. No, it's not. It's not all of us, but a lot of us. But what I'm saying is how would money, how would blessing me with billions of dollars lift up the consciousness of the black community? I could change their lives financially, but they would still be the same motherfuckers that are just with money.
Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed with the wealth. No blessing is only for you. No blessing.
That's a fact.
It's only for you. If Loon walk out of here today and get a $5 million contract, you got to know, you got to be in a spiritual place to know this is not just for me and my family.
Right. And responsibility comes along with that.
Exactly.
Outside of your interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When people say, why was he blessed with more money than you could spend in a lifetime? Obviously, it's not all for you if you can't spend it in a lifetime.
Right.
Michael Jackson is the best example.
You're right. It's not for me to spend it in a lifetime. It's for my kids, they kids, and they kids after that. The fuck you mean it's not just for me and my family? Huh? Now, I ain't trying to sound selfish. I'm just saying. Why would the creator give me money if he wants me to use it to uplift the consciousness? That I'm going off of what he said. Now, if the creator wanted me to uplift my people financially, that's different. But he's saying you're supposed to uplift the consciousness of your community. How the fuck is money going to do that? It makes no sense. He just wants somebody to give him money. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Example, right? I think Mike may have not only been the greatest entertainer, I think Michael Jackson was the greatest philanthropist because Mike did exactly.
Hey, Trey, I want you to listen. I want you to listen to Trey. Trey got a good perspective on this. Hey, Trey, I want you to listen to this shit. I'm gonna put the link in the chat too. If you want to come up and give your opinion on this too, you can. I want you to listen to what this nigga just said. Because I know you probably got something harsh to say about this.
I put you in this position to go club.
Right.
The reason you were made a billionaire because we come here to make this world a better place. So that's what you signed on. That won't be your whole destiny because we come here to make this world a better place. So that's a part of it. Maybe through the podcast, you make the world a better place. You see that?
Trey, I want you to listen to what this nigga say about black billionaires and why they got their money.
You got the income, the residuals to make the world a better place. In other words, Loon, our millionaires and billionaires. Our millionaires and billionaires, most of them don't know this because most of them are not into African spirituality. The reason you were made a billionaire is to help lift your people. The reason you were made a multimillionaire is to help you lift people. Most of our millionaires think what, Loon? They think that they got rich to just enjoy their life. No, sir. Why you think God blessed you to get all this money? To buy 1 million cars? You really think God put you in this position?
Right.
To have 30 cars in 20 hours?
Yeah.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Do you really think God put you in this position to go clubbing?
Right.
Freaking off on the queens every weekend, right?
Yeah.
No, you were given this extra income because money is energy. You were given this extra financial energy to do what? Lift the consciousness and quality of life for your people.
Right.
Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed with the wealth. No blessing is only for you.
So he said, get the fuck out. He said, get the fuck out of here. It's to help their families and themselves. Right. But think about it though, Trey. If I know you don't believe in God, but let's say you did. Why would God, if God wanted me to lift the consciousness of all of my people up, what the fuck is he sending me money for and not knowledge? The truth. Why isn't he giving me divine powers? And why would he give me money instead of the gifts that he gave Jesus? And all the other prophets he didn't made the people follow. Why would he give me money to lift the consciousness up of the nigga? Shut up. You just want $1.
No blessing.
That's a fact.
It's only for you. If Loon walk out.
No blessing is only for you. Now, right? With that being said, Umar, you owe me a couple of them dollars. You owe me a couple of them dollars that you've been getting donated. Because you ain't opening that school, but you've been getting blessed with donations. So I'm going to need you to run me my money. Because no blessing is only for you. You hear that, Umar? You, nigga, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hold on, let me fix this. Can you hear me now? If no blessing is only for you, all that money that the black community been blessed, we need are cut. Run me my money. I need my paper. I need my money. No blessing is just for you. Or I need 5% of that school. Because no blessing is only for you. But all your blessings you keep for your goddamn self. You keep saying it's our school, but the only person that's profiting off of our school is you. Remember what you said. No blessing is only for you. Run me my money. If that's the case, he said, God don't take cash, stock, bonds, or Bitcoin. Right. No blessing is only for you. It's for me. Right. That's basically what he's saying, Jaded. None of your blessings is for you. It's for me. God gave you that money so you can donate it to FDMG. That's what he's saying. Hold up. I need a little Remy on this one. He said, no money, no blessing is only for you. God gave you those billions so you can pass it off to me.
Yo, that was diabolical. Yo, that was diabolical.
Diabolical, dog. AJ, that's exactly what he's saying. The Almighty didn't give you that money so you can go to the club. He didn't give you that money so you can buy a house for your family and cars and luxury for your family. He gave you them billions of dollars so you can give it to FDMG. That's what the Creator gave you that money for. I do laugh like that. God damn it. I'm just now seeing it. I definitely do laugh like that.
Out of here today and get a $5 million contract. You got to know. You got to be in a spiritual.
Hey, Dr. Savior Jr., y'all ain't gonna cuss me out for not having YouTube Premium, and y'all ain't gonna have it. Y'all ain't gonna be coming at me for not having YouTube Premium, and you ain't got it. Diabolical. That's how I make my money.
Place to know this is not just for me and my family.
Right. And responsibility comes along with that.
Exactly.
Outside of your interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When people say, why was he blessed with more money than you could spend in a lifetime? Obviously, it's not all for you if you can't spend it in a lifetime.
Right.
You're right. It's not all for you. It's for him, his family, his grandkids, his great-grandkids, his great-great-grandkids, his great-great-great-great-grandkids, and so on and so on. That's who it's for. I don't remember God saying, I gave you this blessing for you so you can pass it off. If God blesses me with something, like I said, if the Creator, you said these hey Bougie, you ain't gonna be cussing me out neither about these ads. Y'all done cuss me out about getting my YouTube Premium to play on this, but y'all ain't got it. Diabolical. Y'all diabolical. I'm gonna turn them down next live stream. All right, I got y'all. I'm gonna put them on balance, but I got to make my money too. God damn it.
Michael Jackson is the best example, right? I think Mike may have not only been the greatest.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to my last point. If the creator, I lost my train of thought. Shit. What was I saying? I lost my goddamn train of thought. Laughing, thinking about what y'all saying about them goddamn YouTube friends. Oh yeah. No, I lost it again. Yeah, them Jones do be crazy. Them Jones do be crazy. Listen, if he said because you ain't buying that pricey YouTube. But listen, if now we go back to all the biblical texts, whether it's the Quran, the Maba, you know what I'm talking about, the Hindu text, the Islam, I mean, yeah, the Quran, the Bible, Islam text, Buddhist text, any religion, when the creator gives you, now he's saying that the creator gave all these people their billions to uplift the whole community. Now that's something that's historical, something that will go down in Texas for generations to come. Usually when the creator sends something like that, or a blessing that significant, he sends instruct, or he, she, they, them, her, whatever you believe the creator is. When they do something that significant, they send instructions. They show up in a burning bush, or they send an angel down, or they send something with instructions to let you know what they want you to do with it. Am I right or am I wrong? I ain't hear none of these niggas say God didn't told me. And if they are being blessed, like I said, they're in the demonic industry. There's no way the creator is sending blessings to that industry. Shut the fuck up.
Entertainer. I think Michael Jackson was the greatest philanthropist because Mike did exactly what you're supposed to do with his wealth. Think about this, Loon. Donating every dollar from a concert tour to deal with AIDS in Africa. Every dollar, Loon. Have you ever heard of that? What rapper you know?
That's because Michael Jackson was already a motherfucking billionaire. I guarantee you, if Michael Jackson was just starting out, he wouldn't have donated that money. Michael Jackson was already in a position to do something. Nah, I can't even say that. Mike is different. Some say that nigga was the second coming of Jesus. Mike walk in the room, half the niggas start crying, half the niggas start passing out. They say Mike is the third most talked about person in history. They say it's the Queen, Jesus, and Mike. Let me Google that. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. Who is the most popular talked about person in history? Who are the top 3 talked about people in history? Oh, it's Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and Isaac Newton. Who is the most popular talked about person in modern times? Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Michael Jackson. No, the Queen. No, the Queen. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Lionel Messi, and Michael Jackson. Like I said, they say Mike might have been the second coming of Christ. He walk in the room, half of us gonna start crying, and the other half fuck around and pass out. Mike was different. Mike was different. You can't compare Michael Jackson to all these other motherfuckers, bro. Mike was in a class of his own. Mike. That nigga was a damn near an angel. He was angelic on that stage. You can't compare these motherfuckers to Michael Jackson.
Donated every dollar to deal with a humanitarian crisis.
Right.
I think Michael Jackson might have been a prophet. We'll come back to that. Sticking with this point, though.
Did you say might have been a... Did you not hear what I just said, nigga? I know you can't hear it, but might have been a prophet. Like I said, if Mike walk into a room, half the people gonna pass out or start crying. Mike was more than a prophet. He might have been the second coming. I know if I Mike walk in the room when I'm let Michael Jackson have to walk into a room and I'll fuck around and do both. I'm keeping it big. I'll fuck around and do both. I'll fuck around and do both. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll fuck around and do both. Michael Jackson walk into a room that I'm in. No. Somebody fan me. Mike walk into a room, half the people going fucking either start crying or they're gonna pass the fuck out. I'll fuck around and do both. I don't care what you say. I'm a diehard Mike fan. And go ahead and act like y'all ain't fuck with Mike. Everybody in this audience will get jaded. I know you would too, motherfucker. Don't sit there and lie. If Michael Jackson had walked into a room that you in, you geek the fuck out too. Go ahead and try act gangster. Everybody in this goddamn chat geek the fuck out if Michael come walk into a goddamn room. I mean, if he walk into a room now, he's supposed to be dead, so motherfuckers definitely gonna pass out and start crying. If Michael Jackson walk into the room today, he's supposed to be dead. Half of y'all gonna start crying and passing out either way. Wait, this nigga dead. Oh, I'm seeing ghosts. But let's just say if he's still alive. I'll be honest with you, who knows? Out here, it might be a motherfucking island where celebrities go when they fake their death. Who fucking knows nowadays, dog? It's been so much crazy shit back to back to back to back. Who fucking knows what's true or not? Shit. You know what I start thinking about too? Let me make myself big for this. And some people might disagree with this. Now, we said, well, I definitely would now. Thriller night. Walking as a zombie. Definitely would pass out. But listen, stop lying, nigga. You know you geek the fuck out if Michael Jackson came in the room. You're gonna geek out, dog. It's Michael. But you know what I don't get is if you believe that all these other people were cloned, could Mike have been the first clone? Because the vitiligo story just don't really make sense to me. Could he have been a clone? But it's hard to, at that time it was hard to replicate Mike. They definitely had a Michael Jackson lookalike contest right when he burnt his head. Could it have been a clone? And did they just do the plastic surgery shit just to make it? No, that's a whole conspiracy. That's a whole nother live stream because I'm about to start doing conspiracy joints, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about doing these conspiracy joints because I've been seeing a lot of these joints and I ain't gonna get my opinion on it. I'm just gonna present them and let y'all give y'all opinion. But I have thought about that. Could Mike have been the first clone? Well, not the first, but could he have been? Mike looked different every time ever since right after the motherfucking head burning, John. Mike looked different every time you saw him. Could he have been the clone? We believe in that shit today, but from what I've done in my research, they've been cloning people since the 1930s. They've been having body doubles since the fucking 1500s. And cloning been out since like the 1900s. Who fucking knows? That's all I'm saying. They cloned and then killed him. Who knows? The clone might have realized he was a clone and been like, man, fuck this shit. I'm telling on everybody. Who knows? That's just the question I'm asking. I ain't saying that he is a clone. I'm just putting that question out there. But back to this nigga.
Michael Jackson is an example of what a billionaire and a millionaire is supposed to do with their money. It's never just for you. Remember, in African culture, the smallest unit of existence is the family. So you're never just a person. It's always you within the context of the community.
Yes.
Now, let me land this plane. You have a destiny you chose in heaven. You can achieve it. You might fail.
You said, hey, Rem, the kind of talent MJ has only comes from God. I would call him the greatest entertainer. But listen, Chris Brown exists. Yeah. Chris Brown even said he was an alien. I can pull up the video right now. I mean, he might have been being sarcastic, but Chris definitely said he was an alien. And this is one video where he's dunking the ball and his hand elongates. Look, I'm going to start doing these conspiracy videos, and we're going to talk about it then. Back to this nigga, though. I don't mean to get into all these conspiracies, because I've been watching a lot of these joints lately, and I don't want to get into all the joints, but I'm going to start doing them joints. I promise you, I'm about to start doing them joints. You said, go ahead and do that deep dive on clones room. It sounds right. Hey, Bougie, I'm about to start doing them joints. Like, because shit been getting out of hand. Every other week is some bullshit. And I think that, you know, it's time to switch up the content a little bit. I'm tired of talking about these niggas. We already know what the fuck he about. It's just funny to laugh at it. But it's time for some new content. But let's get back to this.
To achieve it. In the Yoruba, we say, character is destiny. No matter what great mission God gave Loon, if Loon ain't living his life right, he can fail in his mission.
Oh, yeah. They definitely got their moves from Michael. But I ain't never see Michael do a backflip off the stage. That's why I give it to Chris. Now, Mike was the best entertainer that ever lived. But the best dancer, I got to give it to Chris. I ain't never seen Mike do a backflip off the stage.
We are not the creators.
I got you, Bougie. I'm about to start doing some uploads, and they're about to be some conspiracy joints. I ain't gonna give my opinion because I ain't, you know, motherfuckers always want to judge. But I will start doing them joints. I'm already working on some of them.
Creators of our destiny, and we are not the victims of it. We are.
All right, let's fast forward it to this. We came here to see.
When I'm dealing with somebody who's a sex abuse survivor,
innocent of the charges that was brought, part of the barter system.
People receive an unfair trial. We are supposed to respect the verdict. But when one white, and it's been that way for 407 years. Now, with that being said,
hold on. We about to go to the timeline. All right, hold on. Origins of crime in America. Use the case bigger. Reacts to the verdict. Loon brings. All right, we're gonna start right there.
has in store for him, according to the destiny you signed on with the Almighty. The only way you get that is if you in alignment. The biggest thing that takes us out of alignment is character. Poor people say, do you believe in fate? Right? If Loon is supposed to be the greatest hip hop podcaster of all time, let's say that's in your destiny. That's what you signed on. That won't be your whole destiny because we come here to make this world a better place. So that's a part of it. Maybe through the podcasting, you make the world.
You said you tried doing one. I can still do a backflip. CC, I have videos of me doing the backflip a couple months ago. I can still do it. I'm 36 and I can still do a backflip. Now, Mike ain't never been in gymnastic or sports athletic, so I do have to say that. In Michael Jackson's defense, he's not athletic at all. He's a dancer, but he's not athletic. Chris Brown is very athletic.
A better place. You see that. You got the income, the residuals to make the world a better place. In other words, Loon, our millionaires and billionaires. Our millionaires and billionaires. Most of them don't know this because most of them are not into African spirituality. The reason you were made a billionaire is to help lift your people. Right. To have 30 cars in 20 hours. Yeah. Money is energy. You were given this extra financial energy to do what? Lift the consciousness.
Wait, I just caught that. Money is not energy. You use your energy to make money, but money is not energy. Money is gained off of energy. That's something different.
And quality of life for your people. Right. Most of our billionaires are completely missing why they were blessed with the wealth. No blessing is only for you. No blessing.
That's a fact.
Is only for you. If Loon walk out of here today and get a,
I gotta say, man, fuck y'all. My blessing for me. You can kiss my ass. Hey, Blizzard, thank you for the $5 cash app. Appreciate that. If anybody else want to support the channel, the Cash App and PayPal is at the bottom of the chat. If anybody want to support that, the Cash App and PayPal is at the bottom of the chat. But most importantly, I'm asking y'all to hit that like button. That's very free.
$5 million contract. You got to know. You got to be in a spiritual place to know this is not just for me and my family.
Right. And responsibility comes along with that.
Exactly.
You full of shit. You got to be in a spiritual place to know that this is not for me and my family. I don't give a fuck if I was the most spiritual nigga in the world. If the Creator blesses me with something, it's up to me to decide whether I want to share the blessing or not. The fuck is you talking about? It's up to me to decide if I want to share the blessing or not.
Outside of your interest.
Exactly. When people say, why was he blessed with more money than you could spend in a life?
CC, that's a very easy question because Chris Brown whooped her ass. That's how. I don't know what went on in the car because I heard he bit her fingers. Now, the only way I'm going to bite somebody's fingers is if she punching me while I'm driving and I'm like, bitch, get off me. She mugging me or some shit like that. I'm like, get off me, bitch. I'm trying to drive. I'm driving this Lamborghini at 100 miles per hour. And you trying to slap me in the face. Get off me. But who knows?
Obviously, it's not all for you if you can't spend it in a lifetime. Right. Michael Jackson is the best example, right?
That's right, because it's for your family and above.
African culture, the smallest unit of existence is the family. So you're never just a person. It's always you within the context of the community.
Yes.
Now, let me land this plane. You have a destiny you chose in heaven. You can achieve it. You might fail to achieve it. In the Yoruba, we say, character is destiny. No matter what great mission God gave Loon, if Loon ain't living his life right, he can fail in his mission. We are not the creators of our destiny, and we are not the victims of it. We are the co-creators. Mm-hmm. There's certain things that's going to happen.
I think that's a load of bullshit. I believe that you are the creator of your destiny. See, this is what contradicts E5 and all that bullshit, because in my belief, we manifest our own destinies. I believe that we create our own realities, and what we create is what the universe gives us. So that's a load of crock of shit in my belief. But I'm trying to get to this Karmello shit.
Been predetermined, Loon, for whatever.
I don't want to give.
This is feminine energy, Loon. It is not evil. But your internal organs, heart problems.
Exactly.
You have to block. Not only the two biggest things that block your path to your blessings and your destiny are a lack of repentance. And what is the heart of non-repentance, Loon? The heart of non-repentance is arrogance.
Ego. I will finish.
See that? Yeah. It's arrogance.
Yes.
Yo, he definitely all right, let's just
you see that?
Yes.
Ego is the mind, arrogance is the mindset. You see that?
Whoa, my nigga. He ain't just he did not just say the stupid shit I think he just said.
Repentance is arrogance.
Ego. I will finish.
Of non-repentance, Loon. The heart of non-repentance is arrogance.
Ego. I will finish.
See that?
Yeah.
It's arrogance.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
Ego is the mind. Arrogance is the mindset. You see that?
Yes.
Ego.
I will finish.
See that?
Yeah.
It's arrogance.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
Ego is the mind. Arrogance is the mindset. You see that? I'm too arrogant. Kevin Hart with the Netflix roast. I know we'll get to it. He's too arrogant to repent before black folks, but had no problem humbling himself before white folks doing their jokes. But we'll get to that. So stay with me, Loon. So the two.
The most arrogant nigga on the motherfucking internet just said ego and arrogance. Nigga, are you out of your fucking mind? You are the most egotistical, arrogant nigga on the internet. You claim that you are the most requested, the most relevant black scholar on the planet, and you're neither of those. You have got to be smoking the best of the best Wambo I have ever, nigga. Diabolical. Diabolical, Rex.
Biggest things that block us on the open path of destiny: the inability to repent and the inability to forgive.
Right.
Maybe that's why that school not open.
Repent, admit I'm wrong.
Yes.
Forgive people.
I gotta fast forward.
Receive an unfair trial. Forgive blocks the flow so you can continue on your path.
Let's deal with the verdict first. What do you feel about the verdict?
What did you say before that? We'll get to the
sentencing.
The sentencing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, I want to say this. Caucasian nation, the good white folks of America, are so disingenuous. And the reason I say Caucasian nation is so disingenuous, Loon, is because when black people receive an unfair trial, we are supposed to respect the verdict. But when white people feel that they haven't received a fair trial, they don't have to respect the verdict. The other thing that makes Caucasian nation so disingenuous, Loon, is they always like to treat every black case in its own special vacuum. In other words, when we talk about Carmelo Anthony, we can't talk about the man who took Trayvon Martin's life.
George Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman. You can't put it in context.
Can't mix it.
We can't talk about Rick Child, who took Cyrus Carmack Belton's life. We can't talk about Kyle Rittenhouse getting off, Rick Child getting off. Daniel Penny choked a man out in a New York subway and got off on standing his ground, and the man never touched him.
You know what? I agree with that sentiment, but as the most relevant black leader in the community, as the most requested, where the fuck were you? Did you go march with the families? Did you help fundraise? Did you do anything besides go on podcasts and talk about it so you can get your name up? Did you do anything about it? Anything? Did you go to the trial? They protested about George Floyd. They protested about Trayvon Martin. Where were you? Where were you? Oh, my bad. You were on podcasts talking about it, getting yourself in the algorithm, getting paid for the interviews to talk about it. But you did nothing to help the families. You did nothing to help the protests. But you're the most requested and most relevant leader in your eyes. Where the fuck were you when all this was going down? Don't know.
The reason white society, Caucasian nation, doesn't like black people to discuss our
Hey, Joyce, if you ain't know, this is a Philly channel. This is a Philly channel. I'm from Philly, and we definitely disown this nigga. We don't know this nigga.
illegal lynchings in context, because if you put it in context, Loon, you cannot come to any other decision that there are two standards of justice in this country. One black, one white, and it's been that way for 407 years. Now, with that being said, we have to understand that to be black in America is a crime in and of itself. In fact, the original crime of America is to be black.
The original crime.
The original crime. The original
The
sin,
first crime.
The first crime was to be black. Because remember, Loon, we were never supposed to be citizens. We were never supposed to be free. We were never supposed to be here after slavery ended. So every time a white person sees you, your existence itself is a crime against white humanity. Now, with the Karmello.
Huh? Now you're taking it too far, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? Now, I understand white supremacy. I understand that there are a lot of white folks in here that don't want us in this country. Even though this is our country. Even though we were born here. Even though we were the first ones here. But what the fuck, nigga? What?
Carmelo Anthony situation, we also see clearly that black people have no legal right to stand your ground, even in a state where standing your ground is legal.
That's crazy to me. And so for me,
stand your ground does not count at a school, nigga. Like I said, I am all for Carmelo Anthony. I am on his side, but that rule does not apply at a school. Doofus McGoofus.
that affects my understanding, because I'm having trouble comprehending how, okay, I'm sitting down, he's standing up. Before we get into the details of the case, though, do you think he got a fair trial, Carmelo Anthony?
He could not get a fair trial.
It was impossible.
It was impossible. He's in Collin County, Texas. Black people are 10%. If that, how is he going to get a fair trial? Loon, if the trial was going to even attempt to be fair, why would there be no black jurors? For the trial to even, the Constitution says you're supposed to be tried by a jury of who? Your peers.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with that. But again, where was Umar? If you care so deeply, like you are displaying right now, with the hypeness and the animation, how animated you are, and the loudness, why did you not take your big black ass down there and express these feelings? You are the most relevant black leader on the planet Earth, according to you. You don't think that wouldn't have helped? You are the new Al Sharpton, according to you. Why didn't you go down there and help this man? If you care so deeply about white supremacy and how he got railroaded, and to this day, might be getting an appeal. Where the fuck was your black ass at? I ain't hear you say I'm going down there to help them. I will speak up for Karmello and go down there and do what I can. None of that. See, Martin Luther King would have took his ass down there. Malcolm X would have took his ass down there. Hell, shit, even Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson would have took their asses down there. They old. Jesse dead. He probably trying to get up out his grave right now to go do something about it. Where the fuck is Farrakhan too? I wonder where the fuck he at too. Martin would have took his ass down there. Frederick Douglass would have took his ass down there. John Dessalines would have took his ass down there. Marcus Garvey might have took his ass down there. Where is Umar helping at? It's besides making money off of talking about it on podcasts. Hey, Lil Rim, what you got to say about this, Lil Rim? Tell them what you got to say about this.
Yo, that was diabolical.
And the thing about it is, he still ain't doing nothing about it. You're on podcasts making tens of thousands of dollars, all animated. What are you doing about it? You claim that you have the strongest voice in the black community, but yet we see you not doing anything. Diabolical.
They had a jury of all whites. Every man was Caucasian. 3 Asians, 1 Arab. Now, I want to say this to Black America Loon. Multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction. Multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction. And the reason I say multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction is because if non-white people of color gave a damn about us, Carmelo wouldn't be in jail. Asians.
Well, if you feel that strong about it, like I said, why don't you march your black ass down there and express that? Why don't you march your big 300-pounded ass down to Texas and express that? Since you are the most relevant. Can't nobody else do it but Umar, right? Oh, my bad. You building a school right now. You ain't got time for it. This shit is crazy.
Don't care about you. Arabs don't care about you. Latinos don't care about you. If they did, Loon, why is there no difference in the outcomes when they are asked to weigh in on the guilt or innocence of African people?
Well, if you gave a fuck about it, why ain't your big black ass down there doing something? What the boy from TikTok say? You know that big black African, the African nigga that always do. If you really gave a fuck the way you expressing yourself, all animated, why ain't you down there doing nothing? He don't give a fuck. It's just something for him to talk about and get back into the algorithm.
All non-blacks in America are white as far as consciousness and opinion goes.
But I think it's always been a one-way street. I think black people has been so given with their love and understanding and their invites, and we receive very little in return for that.
And why do we still give it?
I don't know.
Hey, listen here, you Superman, butthole chin having ass nigga. You are a Umar ass kisser. There is no excuse for this. Because you have not asked him one time why ain't he down there doing something about it. He's expressing his concern. And for him to claim that he is the most requested, most relevant, why is he not? You light-skinned butthole Superman chin having ass nigga with that gloppy floppy ass neck that you got. Why ain't you asked that question? You a pretend pushback ass nigga. You act like you pushing back, but you're not. You're kissing his ass, but disguising it as I'm pushing back. We need to get rid of niggas. We need to start boycotting niggas like him too. You know what the black people, we need to stop boycotting these stores. Let's start boycotting these motherfuckers that keep platforming niggas like Umar, Charleston White. We need to boycott niggas like that. Fuck Target. Target always gonna be Target. Whether they get our money or not, they still gonna thrive. There's always gonna be some no good niggas that go there. We need to boycott these goofy motherfuckers that keep platforming motherfuckers like Umar and Charleston White. I call for that boycott. Fuck all the other boycotts. We need to stop we need to stop watching these niggas, and we need to tell these niggas that if you're going to keep platforming this nigga without giving no pushback or asking the real questions that need to be asked, like where the fuck is the school? Why are Why are you lying about it? We need to boycott these niggas. Stop watching these niggas. Miranda, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Anybody else want to donate to the Cash App or PayPal? It's pinned to the bottom of the chat. Said drunk energy. Right. Hey Ram in the chat, it's been a while. Yeah, we missed you around here, Miranda. Appreciate the Cash App. How much of Umar's personal funds went into Freebase? I'm pretty sure a whole lot went into that.
No, I think we think it's a part of the barter system.
I'm gonna tell you why we still get it. Because we don't give it to each other.
That's a fact.
If black love and compassion and forgiveness is universal.
Oh, what'd you say? You said, hold on, y'all know I'm blind. Shit. Let me zoom in. Make this bigger. All right, here we go. A little bit more. Black family offered them land for 2 buildings for this school. A black truck driver asked Umar to only pay for gas for deaths. You said pay for gas and for deaths. Black contractors offered to donate their time. Look it up. Oh no, we saw the emails. We saw the emails for all that. We saw them. We know he got land. You know, but the problem is with all that, the reason why he didn't want to take any of that, because he would have to show them where he has to make, if they give him land, they give him all the things that they offered him, he will have to make do on that. He would have to have results. But if he does it himself, he has every excuse in the world to not produce any results. And that's what he's doing. But Cece, yeah. That what it says? Is Sicily. Sicilia? That's what it says, Sicilia? Jackson, Cecilia Jackson? If that's how you say your name, that's a pretty name. Right. We need to boycott. We need to boycott. Yeah, we can boycott them both. We need to get rid of all 3 of them. All these niggas. Umar, Target, the niggas that platform these motherfuckers just for a couple views. You willing to sell your people out for a couple fucking views? That's why we always lose. As long as we got niggas like these niggas, like as long as we got niggas like this dude who got him on his platform, Charleston White, we'll always lose. As long as we got these niggas like the dude on Django. What's the dude on from Samuel Jackson played? Who that nigga on that net? As long as we got niggas like them in our community, we're always going to lose. Because they can infiltrate and then run back to Massa and tell our secrets. We're always going to lose. We need to eradicate these type of niggas. Period. Whether it's stop watching them or other ways. I'm not going to say what those other ways are, but we need to eradicate niggas like this. That's just real. We're always going to lose. As long as we got these, who that nigga on that name type niggas, we will always lose. Because they love Massa.
I think it's always been a one-way street. I think black people has been so given with their love and understanding and their invites, and we receive very little in return for that.
And why do we still give it?
I don't know. I think we think it's a part of the barter system. I'm gonna tell you
why we still give it. Because we don't give it to each other.
That's a fact.
If black love and compassion and forgiveness is universal, why we don't have none for each other?
Right.
It ain't universal, Loon. Compassion and love for your non-black enemies is not a function of your spirituality. It's a function of your lack of self-respect. The reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks.
That is totally contradictory to what he just said in the beginning. Now, if you was here in the beginning, Umar stated he used it as a weapon. Now, I want you to listen to what he just said.
Spirituality. It's a function of your lack of self-respect. The reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks. If you notice.
Now, he just used that as a weapon against black folks, right? He said we forgive white folks just like that because we need validation. But if you go back to the beginning of this video, he used it the opposite way as a weapon against white folks. He said Austin Metcalf's dad did not forgive Carmelo Anthony when black folks would have forgave Austin Metcalf if he killed Karmello in a heartbeat when they got the phone call. Now, which way does it go? Are we forgiving people, or are we forgiven because we want to please our master? Hold on, where we at right now? Hold on, I'm gonna show you what he said. What time stamp we on? 27:53. All right, now watch this.
To his son. But let that have been a black mother or a black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. Black mother or black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. A black mother or black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. Been a black mother or black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call.
Now, are we a forgiving people, empathetic people, or are we trying to kiss up the master? One more time.
Black mother or black father. Or Anthony for what happened to his son. But let Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. But let that have been a black mother or a black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. Black mother or black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. A black mother or black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call.
Now, let's go back to what he just said.
After is to be black.
The original.
We have to understand that to be black in America is a crime in and of itself. Is to
first crime.
The first crime was we were never supposed to be slavery ended. So every time a white person sees you, to stand your ground, even in a state where
it affected, okay, it was impossible.
It was impossible. He's in Collin County, Texas. Your peers Anthony's conviction. And the reason I say multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction is because if non-white people of color gave a damn about us, Karmello wouldn't be in jail. Yeah. Difference in the outcomes when they are asked to weigh in on the guilt fight.
I think
forgiveness is universal. Why we don't have none for each other?
Right.
That's because we don't give it to each other.
That's a fact.
Why do we still give it?
We receive very little in return for that.
And why do we still give it? As far as consciousness and opinion goes.
But I think it's
America. About you. If they did, Loon, why is there no difference in the outcomes when they are asked to weigh in on the guilt or innocence of African people? All non-blacks in America are white as far as consciousness and opinion goes.
But I think it's always been a one-way street. I think black people has been so given with their love and understanding and their...
I can't find it right now, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Y'all just saw the clip where he made our black empathy seem like it was something to be praised about. But then turns around and say, he demonizes it, saying, we forgive white people because we want their acceptance. But when it came to the father of Austin Metcalf, he didn't forgive him. But black folks would have forgave him as soon as they got the phone call about their son being unalive. But then skips ahead. Black folks always forgiving white folks because they want to be approved. What? He's a walking contradiction, dog. He just saying whatever he can to get back into the algorithm. For psychologist, Umar is unreasonable and right at depth. Right. Umar has a very dark soul. That's a fact. Big Dog, you sent your supporters after your own daughter. Facts. Facts, Jay. Umar stay on somebody's platform hooting and hollering about a bunch of nothing. Facts. Hold on, I can see it big over here. I don't know why I keep looking over there in the chat when I can make it big on the screen. Stop raising your voice. So Umar, what did you do regarding to the school today? When is the inspector scheduled to come out? Yeah, I had storm damage to my house, one of my houses, and claims an adjuster will be out there on Monday. Look, bro. Miss Kojo, what's up? Hey, Miss Kojo, tell your husband to text me. I need some of them AI videos, and I need some of them thumbnails. I gave him my email address, but I'll put it in there for you right now. Tell him to hit me up, dog. And if you want a couple of dollars for it, you know, I'm working now. I can give you a little something. You ain't gonna go outrageous on me. I just started my job. But I give you a little something if y'all need it for y'all work, y'all labor. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Tell your husband to email me, or you email me. Because I like y'all work. I really do. Need a little something over here. See, I don't want to against me. No, we ain't doing that. Yeah, I like y'all work. So email me, yo. Just give me some prices. Don't go outrageous on me. I got 5 kids, and I just started my job. Don't try to break the nigga pockets, but you know, I definitely would like y'all some of y'all AIs and because I just watched the AI joint he just did at Umar. That shit was fire. Tell him I said that shit was fire. But I definitely would. Just definitely hit me up in my email.
Invites, and we receive very little in return for that.
And why do we still give it?
I don't know. I think we think it's a part of the barter system.
I'm gonna tell you why we still give it. Because we don't give it to each other.
That's a fact.
If black love and compassion and forgiveness is universal, why we don't have none for each other?
Right.
It ain't universal, Loon.
Yo, that devil shit that your husband did was crazy, but it's also very true. Very true.
Compassion and love for your non-black enemies is not a function of your spirituality. It's a function of your lack of self-respect.
Whoa, run that back.
For your non-black enemies is why we don't have none for each other.
Right.
It ain't universal, Loon. Compassion and love for your non-black enemies is not a function of your spirituality. It's a function of your lack of self-respect.
I think that's a crock of shit. If we are the original human, that means we have the most compassion because we have the original traits of a human being. So we're always going, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, we're always going to have the empathy and traits of a true human being. Now, I'm not saying other races aren't the true human being, but we are the original. So if, with that being said, scientifically, if we are the original, that means we have all the original traits of a human being. Right? You follow me? Put a 1 in the chat if you follow me. Don't worry, I'll wait. Put a 1 in the chat if you follow me. If the black man is the original human, that means we have all of the original traits of what a human being was meant to be. So that means we are going to have the most compassion, the most understanding. We were not born to hate. If everybody in this new spirituality shit say love is the key to break all of this illusion, break the veil, right? Tear the veil down, tear down all the illusion. It's love. So who is going to have that trait the most? If we are the original human and love is the key to all this, to breaking down all of the veils and the traits, who's going to have that the most? Us. We can't help it. We have love. We have the most love. We have the most empathy. You know why? Because we are the original. All the traits come from us. And the more the race, I want to say mutated or diluted, the less you have those traits. It's like watering something down. You ever get a drink from the bar and they put too much ice in it and you can barely taste your alcohol in it? It's like that. The more you water it down, the less of the traits you have. So all the other races are not going to have the same capacity of empathy that we have. We can't help it. We are the original. So we're going to feel more. We're going to have the most feeling. We're going to have the most empathy because it all came from us. You're never going to stop that.
The reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks. If you notice,
bro, it's not validation. It has nothing to do with validation. It has everything to do with us being the original. Right, we vibrate differently. We vibrate on it. Joyce know what I'm talking about. We are always going to be we forgave our captors. We just want to be left alone. Look at all the shit that black people have gone through. Because I heard you say 400 years, and America not even 400 years old. So how the fuck did we go through that for 400 years? Again, we forgave our captors. We forgave all the. Even today, what was the mom that hugged her? What was the lady, the cop that killed, that walked into the dude apartment and unalived the son, and the mom still gave her a hug and forgave her? That's in us because we are the original, nigga. And you should understand that. Keep claiming all this African shit. Africa this and Africa that and Africa. So you should know that we would have these traits because you claim that you do the most African this and African that out of everybody. The fact that you don't understand that shows us that you are a fucking grifter. And you don't really care. You don't understand. It's just a grift. Because I'm not even on that Pan-African shit, and I understand that I originate from the original man, and I have his or her traits. Because I am an original. Even though my great-great-grandfather was a white man, from him on back to being black, I have the traits of the original person. And that means I have nothing but empathy, what I was made for. I was made from love, and that's the feelings that I express. I hate niggas like that. You go off of hatred. And that's not the way that humans were created. We weren't meant for that. We were not meant for that. And even and the crazy thing about it is we've been conditioned to hate. We've been conditioned to be mean. And yes, we got a lot of motherfuckers in the hood that's hateful. But kill one of their homies and see how much they hurt. Do something close to them and see how much they hurt. We are not meant for that. Yes, we are strong when it comes to defending ourselves. We're very strong. Hey, you too, wifey. Ain't see you in a while. Blanco. Damn, you divorced me already? We done separated or something, Blanco? What's going on here? But back to what I was saying. We have the most compassion. Yes, we got some hard-ass YNs out there that's doing what they do. Do something close to them. Do something to somebody close. I guarantee you'll break them because we have the most compassion and the most empathy. I tell you all the time, I'm a very emotional nigga. Very emotional. Y'all don't see it a lot, but yes, I get emotional. That's we are the original. If we were made from love and built to love, that's what we're going to do. You can't change that. You can try to make us hate all you want. It's not going to change for the majority of us. You say, I don't think race determines anybody's ability to love. I think people are socialized to be. That's true too, Jaded, but you're missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we were the original people and we were made from love to love, because they keep saying on all this new spirituality shit is love is the answer. It's going to set us free and blah blah blah. Who you think that trait is going to be mostly in? That original person. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that other races can't love and blah, all that other shit.
Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son.
Now listen to this contradiction. Now, y'all just heard him say that black people always forgive because they want love from the white folks, right? Y'all put a 1 in the chat. Y'all just heard him say that. Y'all just heard him explain how we want acceptance from white folks, and that's why we always forgive. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all just heard him say that. Damn, Blanco, we divorced already on YouTube? Damn, what'd I do? Damn, I gotta sign the divorce papers already? Now y'all just heard him say, hold on. Oh, you said nah, okay. I was just making sure. I was just making sure. I was gonna say, damn, you ain't even send me no divorce papers or nothing. Said the original man does not exist today. Where of different evolutionary. I agree to disagree on that. Oh, I was going to say, you just gonna break my heart like that, Blanco? How could you? But I'm good now. Okay, we not getting divorced. Okay, we gonna work it out. The Green Book is the original man. Okay, all right. Hey, well, I can't argue with that one. But y'all all heard him say that the black man forgives the white man because we want validation. Now I want y'all to hear what he says right now.
We desire validation and acceptance by white folks. If you notice, Daddy Metcalf, validation and acceptance by white folks. If you know, the reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks. Is the reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks.
Listen.
If you notice, Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. But let that have been a black mother or a black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call. We don't teach people to respect black life because we forgive them as soon as they take black life. You ain't
Is that not a contradiction? The fuck is he talking about? At this point, this nigga just saying whatever he can say just to stir up some trouble. Because this is just plain fucking stupid. Plain stupid. This is just dumb. Just that was one of the dumbest things I heard him say.
Never see no white person forgive no black person. Even in a justifiable homicide, which is what Karmelo's situation was, they ain't never forgiven. Only black people do that. It has nothing to do with Jesus, Muhammad, or spirituality. It's about your need for white validation.
Do you think that the 35
The need for validation. Is this thing on? Mr. Umar. I can't remember a time in my life where I felt like I needed to be validated by white people. Oh, wait. I do. My wrestling coach was white. And I was going up for regional champion. And he told me I couldn't do it. And I felt like I had to go out there and whoop this dude ass in this match for his validation. But it wasn't validation of race. It wasn't validation of anything else besides to prove that I'm the best at what I do. I don't know no black people that need to be validated by white people. Maybe at a job, because usually white folks run those jobs. And we got to feed our family. But even with that validation, it's to feed my family. I don't think it's validation for him to like me as a person. I think it's validation for him to like me to give me a fucking raise and give me some more money. I don't know any black folks that need, and you from a city where nobody got a job. Niggas is hustling. These niggas is out on the block 24. They got shifts in Philly. These niggas literally got shifts. Like they got caseworkers and everything for their blocks. Shit is diabolical. I swear to God, niggas got caseworkers. I know because I was out there hustling, and I had a caseworker. Hey, yo, your shift is up. Take it in. You good. You about to come and take over. We don't give a fuck about white validation, dog. You're living in Jim Crow. Your mind is set in 1962. No black people give a fuck about validation from a white man unless it's for a job, nigga. And it ain't for him to like us as a person. Now, back in the day, when Jim Crow was going on, yeah, that could have been the case. Because we want them to let us in their restaurants, in their bathrooms, let them know that we're safe. But today, we do not give a fuck about a validation from a white guy, dog. What the fuck is you talking about? You want us to, you're living in 1960. That's your problem. You decades late. And you're trying to put us back into a Jim Crow mindset. Even though Jim Crow look like it's around the corner. Look like they trying to bring the shit back. But I doubt they do. They could. Who knows? I think this whole shit is about to collapse. All this shit. To be honest with you, it's been so much shit that's been going on That's for another live stream when I do my conspiracy joints. But this whole shit about to collapse. None of this shit matters.
Years felt like justice, though. What
It should have never came to that, first of all. It should have never came to that, first of all.
So you think he should have got off innocent of the charges that was brought on Carmelo Anthony?
Let's go back, because you're putting the cart before the horse. Let's go back to the indictment from the grand jury. The grand jury decided Karmello would be charged with murder. Who's on the grand jury, Loon? You don't know. It's a secret. I want you to see how white supremacy operates behind the scenes. You can't challenge the grand jury, Loon, because you don't even know who they are.
Right.
So the people who decided this 17-year-old would be charged with murder are complete secrets.
Hold on, let me play something. I got an honorable mention. Let me play something real quick. I gotta play something real quick. As an honorable mention. Hold up. Let me play something real quick as an honorable mention.
What did you think we were before you began to think of us as human beings?
Well, in a way, we thought of you almost as a very superior pet. Something, or rather someone.
Hold up. Let me run that back. I know this nigga didn't just say what this motherfucker didn't just say what I think he just said. No, the fuck he didn't. And this nigga didn't jump out his seat and slap the shit out of it. Hey, bro, I'm more mad at this nigga. Hey, Jada. I'm more mad that this nigga didn't jump out his fucking seat and slap the shit. All right, we gonna watch it. We gonna watch it. I am more upset that this nigga, as soon as he said this shit, I think it's you. The fuck you just say to me, knuckle?
What did you think we were before you began to think of us as human beings?
Well, in a way, we thought of you almost as a very superior pet.
Very superior pet. Look at how he holding his hands, though. It looked like he's restraining himself from slapping the shit out of this nigga. Slapping another ball spot in this nigga head.
Something, or rather someone, we had to take care of. Because we had to.
Something or some. Jaded, why the fuck did you, bro? What the fuck am I listening to?
To do so much of their thinking for them. We had to take care of. Because we had to do so much of their thinking for them. We had to do almost everything for them, except living their own lives. Anything outside, we had to do for them.
You Superman butt chin have it. You had to do everything for us? Nigga, we invented every fucking technology damn near that you got. What did you have to do from us? You took our identities, our lifestyle, our culture, and we still thrive in put more into this world than you did. How the Ooh, shut up, Rim. How does that even work? Your greatest inventor stole all of his patents from black people. Thomas Edison didn't invent shit. What he did was steal shit from everybody and hurry up and run to the patent office. You had to do this thing on. And Mr. White Man, you were sleeping in barns with your cows and pigs. They were running through your castles. You know why you had the fucking plague, diseases and all that? Because you didn't wash your ass. We had to come show you niggas to brush your teeth and wash your ass. You forget. Let me shut up.
Except living their own lives. Anything outside except living their own.
Look at this butt chin having ass nigga. You can blow your nose and wipe your ass at the same time. I bet you when you cough, you got shit stains on the table.
Own lives. Anything outside, we had to do for them.
This clip comes from The Heritage of Slavery, a 1968 episode of the documentary series Of Black America that explored how slavery continued to shape race relations long after it ended. In this segment, the host George Foster interviews two white people who grew up on plantations. They describe the mindset of the enslaved black people as dependent, childlike, happy, and incapable of managing their own lives. The point they're missing is that those
were the house niggas, not the field niggas. You're describing a bunch of fucking house niggas.
Called good relations were usually a fake face enslaved people would wear to survive the horrible situation they were forced into. When they finally started to demand equality, many whites saw it as a problem rather than a basic human right.
And then it's no disgrace to say they're like children. When we say that, it's because they are like happy children, some of them. Because they like to sit.
Bitch, if we was happy children, that make all you bitches pedophiles. Because you was taking us to the back shed and getting this good Mendengo, and if you got caught, you say we raped you. So what does that say about you, you old wig wearing white? Let me shut up.
In the sun, and rather than work hard, and they'd rather play than work.
If you could, would you paint a picture for us of what it was like on the plantation in your early days?
It was a lovely, happy time living in open spaces with many lovely colored people and animals.
You know why she called them lovely colored people? Because she was getting some of that lovely colored dick. All you white women was. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and, if you gonna call us kids, then that make you a PDF file, lady. Because I'm pretty sure you was making old Jebediah go to the back shed and stick that good wood in you 3 times a day. And if you got caught, you say he raped you and got it hung, tarred, feathered, chopped up. Hey, you know what theory that I just thought about? What if slavery wasn't really about slavery? Because if we've been ran by the same people for thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of years, and they know black organs are the strongest, what if slavery wasn't really about labor? What if it was about harvesting black people? Y'all ever think about that? You forget what they did to Nat Turner. They chopped him up, ate his body, used his organs, all that shit. When a slave master would get gout, they would tell a slave to come and use him as his footstool, thinking that the slave would suck the gout out of his body. They use this for aphrodisiacs. They ate us. They use us for all types of shit. What if slavery wasn't about free labor? What if it was about what they're doing to us today? Organ donor. They knew for a long time. Think about it. They erased our history because they knew who we was and what we were. What if slavery wasn't really about the free labor? Think about who wrote this shit. His story. The conqueror always gets the chance to rewrite history. What if it wasn't really about free labor? What if it was really about organ stealing? Look at all the people that they caught and how many stories of it is of them chopping us up, eating us, using our organs, all that. There's thousands of them. And then you think about the slave trade. It don't make it mathematically, it don't add up. What if it was just about that? Yo, thank you, Jay. Finally, we fucking agreed. I think it was about us being livestock, and we've been livestock to these niggas for years. Think about it. When we try to leave 3 times. What happened? All 3 times we try to leave this bitch. Okay, I'm gonna count it as 2 because Marcus Garvey bought them dilapidated ass boats. But the other 2 times, they burned the boat. Why do you think they stay close to us? Why are they moving this in Africa and call it South Africa? Why do you keep following us around? If you hate us so much, why don't you let us go and do our own thing?
The sun, and rather than work hard, and they'd rather play than work.
If you could, would you paint a picture for us of what it was like on the plantation in your early days?
It was a lovely, happy time living in open spaces with many lovely colored people and animals and flowers and fields. My father had everything thoroughbred, from the pigs, horses, the dogs, and the people had to be thoroughbred.
The Southern white man just loves to say that, oh, our Negroes are happy. They like it. They like the way things are. If other people would just leave them alone, there wouldn't be any problem. And some, I think, really believed it. And I think that that's one thing perhaps that sort of thrown them off balance when all of a sudden their Negroes just weren't behaving the way they thought they ought to behave. You were just a doormat. And that's where the good relations came in, as long as you're a doormat.
Lovely colored people. It's because they are like happy children.
Called good relations were usually a fake face enslaved people would wear to survive the horrible situation they were forced into. When they finally started to demand equality, many whites saw it as a problem rather than a basic human right.
And then it's no disgrace to say they're like children. When we say that, it's because they are like happy children, some of them. because they like to sit in the sun and rather than work hard. And they'd rather play than work.
If you could, would you paint a picture for us of what it was like on the plantation in your early days?
It was a lovely, happy time living in open spaces with many lovely colored people and animals and flowers and fields. My father had everything thoroughbred, from the pigs, horses, the dogs, and the people had to be thoroughbred.
The Southern white man just loves to say that, oh, our Negroes are happy. They like it. They like the way things are. If other people would just leave them alone, there wouldn't be any problem.
What?
And some, I think, really believed it. And I think that that's one thing perhaps that sort of thrown them off balance when all of a sudden their Negroes just weren't behaving the way they thought they ought to behave. They were just a doormat. And that's where the good relations came in. As long as you're a doormat, we have wonderful relations. They just felt that until recently, relations between the Negroes and white were just so very good. It's wonderful relations. It's outside agitators. And yet, it never occurs to them that they were good on whose terms? On their terms.
What did you think we were before you began to think of us as...
I wish the fuck. Hey, yo, I was watching a video where the dude was talking about you guys were slaves first, and you don't really want to go back. I wish the fuck you would come around this motherfucker talking that slave shit if you motherfucking want to. You ain't the only niggas that got pistols. Guns wasn't just made for one motherfucking race. I wish the fuck you would come up here talking that bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Oh, let me put this back in the case. Hold up. I wish the fuck you would come around here trying to put some shackles on me. This all I got to say. You finna do what? That's all I got to say. You finna do what? You trying to shackle who? Let me put this back in the case. All right, there we go.
And you and I both know they all white. Are you with me? So first, deal with the grand jury. Him being charged with murder was a crime in and of itself.
So what do you say about the
Let
event?
me give you one more. You're moving too fast. Hold on. In Texas, if you're 17, you're automatically tried as an adult. Grand jury had no control over that. Are you with me?
Yes.
He was 17. He's automatically tried as an adult, but he doesn't automatically have to be indicted with murder. That could have been aggravated, right? Manslaughter. Right. There's a whole list of crimes that could have went with.
So you're saying he should have been charged, just not with the first degree murder or whatever. Was it first degree?
He didn't have to be charged at all.
So
this could have been self-defense.
A white young boy body drops, and you think he should not have been charged.
The reason you labeled it a white boy is you're putting it within the context of the racism of American society. Let me flip it around for you, Loon. If two 210-pound football players, black football players, walk up to a 135-pound black boy, grab him by the hoodie, put him in a headlock, try to jump him and stomp him out, and that white boy unintentionally stabs him, or he falls onto the white boy's knife, which is what we believe happened.
Wait, what? Run that back. Run that back.
Charged.
The reason you labeled it a white boy is you're putting it within the context of the racism of American society. Let me flip it around for you, Loon. If two 210 pound football players, black football players, walk up to a 135 pound black boy, grab him by the hoodie, put him in a headlock, try to jump him and stomp him out, and that white boy unintentionally stabs him or he falls onto the white boy's, and that hoodie, is you're putting it within the context of the racism of American society. Let me flip it around for you, Loon. If two 210 pound football players, black football players, walk up to a 135 pound black boy, grab him by the hoodie, put.
If two 230 pound black boys walk up to another black boy and he unalives them, he's going to fuck the jail. But I don't think he meant to say that. I think he meant to say 240 pound black boys walk up to a 130 pound white guy. I think that's what he meant to say, but he fucked up. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have went that way.
Put him in a headlock, try to jump him and stomp him out, and that white boy unintentionally stabs him or he falls onto the white boy's knife, which is what we believe happened.
He fell into his knife, nigga. That's what we believe. No, that's what you believe, nigga. I haven't heard not one black person say they believe that he fell into the knife. What you're trying to do is you're trying to persuade the black community into saying that. But Carmelo warned him that that's what he was going to do. From my understanding, I could be wrong, but from what I heard, Carmelo warned him, nigga, you touch me and you see what happens. Meaning, I have the intentions to fuck you up if you put your hands on me. Now, him falling into it, I have not heard that theory yet since until Umar.
Okay, Austin fell onto white boy, unintentionally stabs him or he falls onto the white boy's knife, which is what we believe happened.
So if you truly believe this, again, this brings me back to my first point. If you truly believe that Austin ambushed him and fell into his knife, where the fuck was you when the trial was going on? You claim that you are the most impactful, relevant, most most influential black person on the planet. Why the fuck did you not take your big 300-pound ass up there and jump on the news? If you have so much influence in the black community, where were you? You ever see that South Park episode when the dude kept making that 9/11 song? Where were you in 9/11? Where were you? Where the fuck was you? Only after the trial is over and it blows up are you present on a podcast, not next to the family protesting on the news. You're on a fucking podcast where you make tens of thousands of dollars, but you're not doing anything but up here animated. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? Get your black ass up and do something. If you're the most influential black person on the planet, why the fuck are you not up there helping the family? Why aren't you sliding some of them donations to get him out? get him a good lawyer. Charleston White claimed that he was going to, at least he said he was going to do something. You have not said anything about helping this family, but you're on a podcast using your influence to draw attention off of them onto yourself. Fuck out of here, dog. We don't want to hear that shit no more. Where the fuck is school at? If you're not going to get your big black ass up and go down there and help that boy, shut the fuck up. Where's school at, nigga?
Okay? Austin fell onto Karmelo's knife trying to attack him because
he fell onto the knife trying to attack him.
Knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2. Loon, if I'm stabbing you, why am I going halfway with a knife blade that's only?
That's because he really didn't have intentions on stabbing him. He did it out of fear. That's why, you fucking idiot. He did it out of fear. He didn't have intentions on actually unaliving the man. He just wanted to get him off of him. So he just gave him a little poke. You know, back about me. You know, a little back about me. But it went in too deep. That's what happened. He gave him a little back about me, nigga. I told you niggas, back about me. He did it out of fear.
3.5 inches. You fell onto my knife. Regardless, Loon, do you really think?
How did he fall? You have no explanation for that, though. How did he fall? How did he fall? You have no explanation for that. None. He fell onto his knife. She said the most requested a Cash App. How did he fall onto the knife? There's no explanation for that. You just a nut, dog. You a nut. You a nut. There's no other way to explain that.
Those 2 black boys who fell on that white boy's knife are going to get convicted of murder in 35 years.
No.
Do you think they even get indicted with murder?
That's a fact. No,
we
I
know they don't. You know
Yeah.
why? Because there's the case of another boy by the name of Kason Allison. Have you heard of him?
No.
Same year, same state.
Former Belton High student Kason Allison was sentenced today to the maximum 10 years in prison for the fatal stabbing of fellow student Joe Ramirez.
This comes after a jury found Allison guilty of criminally negligent homicide, and a judge added a deadly weapon enhancement to his potential sentence. 6 News reporter Sydney Walker was in the courtroom for today's sentencing and has the latest.
Nearly 3 years after Joe Ramirez died, the man who stabbed him will spend a decade behind bars. Judge Wade Faulkner sentenced Allison to 10 years in confinement in the institutional division. This comes after 9 witnesses testified, including the mothers of both Ramirez and Allison, school employees who responded to the stabbing, and Allison's therapist. 3 Belton ISD staff members described lasting trauma from that day: sleepless nights, anxiety, and PTSD. One teacher said the incident forced her into medical retirement. Joe's family tearfully shared how his loss has changed their lives and say they haven't received true justice. The defense presented Allison's parents and counselor, who testified about his growth and remorse over 3 years of therapy, revealing that Allison is now a father. Defense attorney Boyd warned that prison would be a, quote, death sentence for his client, and asked for just 2 years. But prosecutors successfully argue for the maximum, calling Ramirez's death, quote, entirely avoidable. When Faulkner announced the 10-year sentence, Ramirez's family erupted in applause and cheers. The judge quickly restored order while Allison's family sat in stunned silence. Following the sentencing, Ramirez's mother took the stand, looked Allison in the eye, and said, quote, "You get this measly 10-year sentence while I'm serving a life sentence without my son." The DA's office said, quote, "They hope today's verdict can allow Joe's family and our community to move forward." Allison was immediately taken into custody and booked into the Bell County Jail, where he began his sentence today. In Belton City.
What happened in Case and Allison's case, Loon? This white boy invited this Latino boy to the school's bathroom for a fight.
Yeah, that other story was crazy. That other story was crazy as fuck. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that other story was crazy as fuck. That's ridiculous.
The white boy, Case and Allison, was armed with a knife. He invites him to fight.
Apparently, the knife wasn't really a knife. It was, from what I'm hearing earlier in the chat, that the knife was a tool that they used to take the spikes out of their cleats, and that's why he had it. But they didn't mention that. That's what makes it crazy, if that's true.
Him with a knife, and in the course of the fight, he pulls out the knife, stabs the Latino 4 times. He dies alone. Same year, same state. He doesn't get charged with murder. He got charged with aggravated involuntary manslaughter or something to that effect. Guess what his sentence was?
What?
Premeditated. Karmello didn't know they was coming into the tent. Cason's case, he invited the boy.
Carmelo didn't know they was coming to the tent. You got the story mixed up. Carmelo went to their tent. I understand he was trying to get out of the rain. That was the closest tent. You can see it in the video that it started raining and that was the closest tent. I think the coach is most at fault.
Invited him to the bathroom, shanked him 4 times, Loon, murdered him. Even the students in the school said he was saying he wanted to put him on life support. Guess what his charge was? Aggravated involuntary manslaughter or something similar. Guess what the sentence was? 10 years. Guess when he'll get paroled? In 5.
Hey, right, DJ. That's what I believe too. Loon just want clicks. He don't give a fuck about Carmelo. He don't give a fuck about the money that Umar's collecting. He don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He just care about his YouTube channel. And that's why we need to boycott these niggas like him. We need to get rid of these doofy motherfuckers like him. So you should have had a knife. I understand what you're saying, Miss Kojo, but apparently it wasn't a knife. Yeah, I have to see to believe. You know, I gotta do my research on this shit. I can't give a full opinion when I didn't do no research on this.
Help me understand something, Loon. Help me understand. Carmelo Anthony, Case and Allison. Same age, same state. The one, self-defense, murder conviction, 35 years. The other, premeditated stabbing 4 times.
I mean, we know how it happened. We saw Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf in a party with the judge. We know that the warden is the uncle. We know all this. And he stabbed a Latino, not a white dude. I guarantee you if that dude stabbed another white dude, he'd be in the jail just as much as him. We understand that. But my point is, you don't give a fuck really about this situation. It's just another thing for you to get back into the algorithm. Period. Because why ain't you out there doing something? You claim that you are the most influential black man on the planet, and you didn't go down there to jump. That would have been more publicity for you and your school. You didn't care enough to even do that. If you were a smart man, you would have known that jumping out there like Charleston White did, and saying you're all this shit that you're saying on CNN, Fox News, ABC would have got way more donations for your school because they would have saw that you were out there doing something. You didn't care enough to do that because you're fucking lazy. But you claim that you're this and that and the third. Shut up. We don't want to hear you make money off of these niggas. You could have did that, actually went out there and did something about it and made the money. But instead, you just want to make the money. You don't give a fuck about black people because you would have got your ass up for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, what's the other boy name? All them other names that you keep mentioning, you'd have got up and went out there. At least Al Sharpton is a hustler, but he gets his black ass up with his iron. It looked like somebody need to iron his neck. He get his ass up and go out there. Talk to the family. Get on the news with the family. All that. Even though we know he's a hustling ass nigga, he still makes the effort to get the fuck up out there and go do something. Say something. Instead of jumping on the chitlin circuit on YouTube and complaining about it and throw all these shenanigans. What are you doing? This interview ain't gonna be seen by the world, but you on motherfucking CNN, the world's going to see it. You on Fox News, the world's going to see it. But instead, you just jump into the fucking chitlin circuit and charge them $10,000 to do it. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You don't give a damn about Carmelo Anthony. You just like Charleston White. You use these topics as a reason to race bait and get back into the algorithm and try to get donations for your school. 3 things. Doofy motherfucker. Yo, if I ever see Umar, I'm sorry. I'll hog spit in your face, nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But I'll hog spit in your face if I ever see you. Don't come back to the city. Because if I catch you out here, I'm You ever see Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2? When they communicate, when Ace said, they was hawking Louis, and that's what I would do to you, dog, if I ever saw you. I'm hawking a Louis right in your face. Hey, Umar! I'm gonna act like I'm cool with you. Hey, Umar! Oh, my sinuses acting up. Right in your fucking face, nigga. Dare you to do something. As soon as you lift your hand off, you're gonna lose all 4 of your fingers. Doofy motherfucker, dog.
Aggravated manslaughter.
It's crazy.
10-year sentence. He's home in 5. Because Karmello was convicted of murder, Loon, he has to do half the sentence.
Yes.
17 and a half years. Kason Allison, 4 shanks. He'll be home in 5.
So you think it's
4 shanks? You see how animated he is? He don't give a damn about this. He just want to make a scene and get himself back into the algorithm. That's all. He don't give a damn about this shit. That's why he's so animated. You don't even see, like when you see Al Sharpton march for something, or you see all them other leaders march, they don't even act this animated on national news. They don't even act this animated on. It's all gimmick. This nigga's preaching while being outraged. Shut the fuck up, dog.
racism is the reason why they didn't interpret it with a lesser charge at any level?
And you butt chin ass nigga. Loon, you's a nut. I hope you see this video. So, yo, I will hog spit in your fucking face too, Loon. I'm sorry. You's a nut ass nigga. You even a bigger nut. You even a bigger nut, dog. I might have to do a part
because they could have did it before they charged him.
Grand
they could have
jury
did it in
sets
the
the charge.
But they could have in the jury. They could have interpreted a lesser charge too.
Okay, let's deal with that. Judge Cockroach told the jury, you can consider manslaughter. I don't believe he did that to help Karmello. He did that to make sure Karmello didn't walk like Rick Child Che Mean in Columbia, South Carolina. You see that?
Yeah.
Rick Child, the jury was given no instruction to consider a lesser charge. Find him guilty of murder or he walks. They did it on purpose. It was a setup. First of all, both cases were setups, and we'll get to Cyrus Carmack Belton later.
Yes.
With Carmelo Anthony's case, Judge Cockroach told the jury they could consider manslaughter, Loon, not to help Karmello get a lesser charge, to make sure Karmello wouldn't be acquitted.
And I believe that there's definitely strategy involved with all things when you get into that court.
Strategy? How about?
I'm sorry, yo. I gotta do a part 2, yo. I can't listen to this anymore. This is totally pissing me off. This is some bullshit. I've never seen a nigga do something like this. This is just as bad as Charleston White, dog. I'm gonna keep it a bean. This is just as bad as Charleston White. Because it's for selfish reasons, it's for selfish gains. He has no intentions on helping Karmello. He just wants to talk and like, no. I'll be back tomorrow and we're gonna do a part 2 because it is a part 2 to this. We're probably gonna be on this for a couple days. So I'm gonna get around here. Shout out to the chat, shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, we live stream. It's y'all who make these lives lit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hype the video. Make sure it's on all so you can be notified whenever I drop this heat. I said notified. Notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the Rip. Oh shit. Got me tongue twisted. It's your boy, the one and only Remy El Ma'at. You were just tuned in to Rim Rum TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, peace. You better be careful there, little buddy.